when you first started up with all the mods, you just see an entire chat log of everything
Also,
you've installed.
We are now live.
But it's can only remain open, free, and regularly updated with the support of the Foundry community. There is technically a D&D 5 or one D&D update to 5.0. I have not done that because I am scared. Because every time I update the D&D system in Foundry, it breaks everything. So I have not to try and prevent breakage.
But what if this is the patch that brings back all of the automation?
Yeah, this one
But
works
most
really
of the
well.
automation already exists.
Just not the parts that are awesome.
Would you like no automation or some automation?
Honestly?
I would like all the automation.
That's not a potential option at the moment.
I'd like it to
Okay.
predictably
Automation
work
engineer,
so that I know when
my
I need
answer
to
is
math.
always all the automation.
Sure, that's cool. But do you want to write the code for this?
I want
Do you
him
want to
to
make
write
your
the
own
code
mod?
for this. Yes, I want him to do that.
Totally. How hard
Okay.
could it possibly be?
Honestly?
I say getting into every single automation job, and then I don't sleep for 3 days.
No, this is a full API. It's just script coding.
And on that note,
Do we?
last
I don't
is
remember.
everyone here?
No, right? Yes. Sorry, Nope. There we are. We are.
Thanks,
Some
sir.
of us are quiet.
Yeah, you quiet couple of people.
What?
I'm gonna get a retractable self-defense stick.
A baton?
Yeah.
Oh, everyone answers, and Nick's only answer is a cough.
I didn't cough, did I?
Oh, I thought I heard a cough. Maybe it just barely came through.
I heard a cough too. I didn't think it was me.
So here is a Navaja ratcheting knife.
Mother of Christ. And that doesn't look like a small hand either.
No.
Oh,
Well-eyed Navaja.
Like, that looks photoshopped. It's so comical.
okay. So, last time on D&D, you guys, it was a short session. You guys saved your mother. Your father ended up meeting you in the town turret where you guys were. And then you pretty much came up with a quick, these are the two things that we have to do at this point with the information we have. We know that someone in the Church of Sacred Fate, possibly more than one person, has turned, and no one knows exactly why or what or how, but they know that some evil is in the roots of this. So
Evil!
the plan was, what your mom and your dad are going to go to the city of Avirath to go warn them, because that is where the church started, and then you guys are going to go try and chase down Malhoun. The one thing you did in the session was you went to the Dwindling Mage, talked to the shopkeep, and the shopkeep essentially said that the weapon had to have been made somewhere out in the dark zones, out to the east. You know that the general location is to the east, the eastern dark zones. There was a choice where there was some potential danger if you wanted to know the exact location. And you guys went with the safer but more vague option. And that's where we left it. You guys were going to go out towards the eastern gate. Is there anything else you'd like to do? Potentially any basic things you'd like to buy in the Akandun before you leave?
Hey guys, let's just,
Sure.
for no reason, just change missions totally. Let's do the opposite one.
Okay.
No reason. I just flipped a coin earlier and thought.
You guys,
No, that's fair.
I also forgot to mention, you guys did also, at some point when you fell asleep, because you have this Kronos wolf after you, you went and threw it off your trail for a little bit, and then at that night when you fell asleep, you ended up in a place called Heroes of Sprite. You talked to a mysterious figure that is apparently your curator. You are your heroes, so you have the ability, whenever Hero Sprite chooses, to show up there, and it's supposed to be a rest away from everything. It is a pocket dimension where you can choose how everything is going to look.
I thought
You
we were told
also-
pocket dimensions don't work anymore.
You were.
They didn't click when we were doing it yesterday.
That is correct.
We have been lied to.
Well, Maybe. You'll
I
have
mean,
to find
guys,
out.
this isn't the first time we've been lied to this campaign. Malhoun killed our mother.
Yeah, no, but that's a normal lie. Mike lied to me.
It was a
Oh, yeah,
personal
no,
lie.
Malhoun
no,
lied
get-
to our character. Mike
Did-
lied to me.
Did I?
Get used
Did
to
I?
it.
Or was
Get-
that question in character about your knowledge of pocket
Get
dimension?
used to it. It's called immersion.
But yeah, the
think you know
only
a
other
guy.
thing about the other thing about Heroes
Did
of
you
Spite.
even foster a cat?
Yes,
You'll never know.
or so
Right,
you
actually,
think.
I will never know.
I mean, I have pictures, but it could also just be a lie. Maybe I just took someone's cat off the street and they gave it back.
You monster.
The only other thing about Heroes of Spite is that at some point you are able to, if you would like to, challenge villains of old.
All right, Dracula, you big dumb bitch, I'm coming for you.
Potentially. It is in an order. You can't just say I want to pick a villain of old.
Godzilla, we're starting there. Let's go.
Yes.
And not the pussy Godzilla from like the 1960s, 70s cartoons. I'm talking like -1 Godzilla.
Yeah, I want -1.
Oh
Godzilla.
Jesus.
Yeah. We're starting there and going forward.
But yeah, is there anything else you would like to do in the Akhendu? Anything else you'd like to buy? Your parents are going to, before you leave the Akhendu, do a quick little goodbye. Wish you
What
well.
tool sets
They had to come here to
exist in this
resupply as
world
well
now?
before they went west. What is it?
I'm trying to think of what tool sets exist right now. that I
Have
might
you?
wanna-
Has everyone looked at that channel, the thread that I posted?
I did look at it, but
Let's pretend that this is the first I'm hearing about it. Where is it posted?
D&D what do with tools.
Is it in notes?
It is a master tool list that can tell you the various things you can do with different supplies.
D&D Master Tool List Alchemical Supplies. Okay.
And it goes down. You can take a little bit of time if you want to buy one of the supplies before you leave
So,
What would I need
and
for
ask questions.
what would I need for components if on the road I wanted to make stable weapon oils for the group?
So you would be able to. I'm not going to make you buy specific components. We're just going to say you're getting components for stable weapon oils. So you would have to have the supplies to make it. The stable one was alchemical supplies. So if you already have that, that's great. But you would end up paying like 5 gold pieces at an alchemical shop, and you would get what would need for a, let's say, a gold per oil, because they're
Okay,
pretty
so
good.
I think I have $10. I'm gonna buy $10 worth of stable weapon oil supplies. I already have an alchemist supplies, and I have proficiency in the kit.
And the way the oils work is you can choose the
Do I have
element.
the kit? Did I buy the kit, or did I just take proficiency in it? That's a great question for me.
You probably just took proficiency in it, but you guys get a kit. You guys get a kit of your choice with this because of how different it is than normal D&D. So you can get an alchemical supplies. That's fine.
Interesting.
I forgot I was supposed to give you a kit over the last break that happened, but a lot of things happened in the story when I was recapping, and I forgot to say pick a kit.
Ooh, I have been referencing that I have been pulling things out of my cartographer's supplies. I only start with proficiency in it. I don't actually start with the kit. Interesting.
Well, then, which one you want?
Roll it all back.
Well, the alchemist one, the
Okay.
the calligraphy set. I have an ink pen and ink. I don't know what
That's
more
fine.
is the calligraphy set than that.
There's not much. You're good. You can write
that
things
sounds
down
like
just fine.
calligraphy set.
So you can add alchemy supplies too.
Well, wow, ink is 10 gold,
Yeah.
huh?
It's
An
going to
herb
be.
that's in a poisoner's kit. Is that like an alchemist supply?
Do I have a poisoner's kit on there? I don't have a poisoner's kit on there, but it would be. I mean, that would be an alchemist supplies. If there is a kit that I missed and it makes sense, like herbalism and poisoners kind of literally would make up alchemy supplies anyway.
Okay.
You can do everything alchemist related. And I need to add this on there. When it comes to things like the magic ruin, the spell tablets that let you choose the damage type of a spell or change it. You do also need to infuse it with Arcana, but you have multiple spellcasters that can do that. There is a check after the base is made, and then there's no supplies as part of that. You just need to have a spellcaster who knows a spell of that type cast the spell into the tablet, and it'll make it so that Witch Bolt could do fire damage. If they have fire, it has to be a spell level. It can't be Firebolt. It'd be like Fireball, which would be hilarious.
Alright,
Hmm.
Or even just like Scorching
D&D
Ray.
Beyond and add shit into my
So,
inventory. So
how
when I
does
inevitably
glass
level up,
blowers
I don't
work?
forget.
If I took glass blower, does that mean I'm making vials and
You-
potions for Ripple's
Correct. So
alchemy
you
stuff?
don't have to buy the vials. It would give you a discount, and it would be. So the glass you would end up, you would go down to 5 silver per weapon oil because you would have a discount. You'd be able to actually get the glass at a discounted price, and then you would blow the glass for that or any potion.
I mean, that seems like a good idea. Because there's a lot of them that kind of revolve around making money. And this one doubles up with yours, so I can make money and bring your stuff down.
I don't care about money. I've already decided carpenter's tools so that I can make like form-fitted boxes for everybody else's kits.
Sure. I'll allow it.
What if neither of my tools are on this master tool list?
What
I
are your
don't have
tools? It's
proficiency
thieves'
in
tools.
carpenter's tools.
I mean, thieves' tools is always. Well, you get. Remember how I said you would have gone proficiencies in a toolkit over that period of time. I forgot to let you know that. You can actually see at the end of one of the streams I say, and next time you'll be able to get proficiency in one more of these things because they're also new. And then I never gave it to you.
Yeah, so what if the second one I chose was a dice set? Because I didn't know and I'm
So
stupid.
I mean, so that's different. That's more. Well, no, I mean, it's not stupid.
not
Just
gonna
more
argue.
money related. It would help. You could change it to one of those if you wanted to. But things
I
like
thought
dice
that,
set and
I
thieves
thought
tool
that-
are extremely straightforward.
I thought the
As far as what they can
rogue
do.
starts with 1 toolkit proficiency and one gambling game proficiency.
You do. So you
Isn't that
never
how you
chose
got
the
different-
extra
how-
one.
Oh yeah, that's a gaming set. My bad.
Yeah, and like, those are straightforward. You're not going to have an extra thing added to a dice kit, and thieves tools, of course, can help you open things
Yeah.
that you shouldn't be able to in Thief.
Can I
Who is the unhinged author that wrote the alchemy jug? I just saw it pop up when I was adding alchemist supplies, and
I don't.
the liquids you can add are so strange. You can get
got
2
mayonnaise in there.
gallons of mayonnaise on command.
Yup.
It's other than the acid and the poison, everything else is just you running a deli with this jug.
Well, I mean, I
Beer,
think
honey,
that's kind of
mayonnaise, oil, vinegar, water, salt water, and wine. It is just you running a deli.
that's kind of an insight into the mind of the person who did it, right? Like they were clearly hungry when they made that, and they're just like, well, now that we've got the functional bits out of the way, if I was at a deli right now, what would I need?
What would I need to do to make an Italian grinder?
Yeah.
Yeah, Frank, you do get one more because you have those normally, the dice kit and thieves tools.
Gotcha. I will
So
give it some thought.
on top of the ads that you got at the top of the episode, you're also getting another kit. This is just the best show, right? Like we're giving away so many gifts.
Scroll and like a scroll case for doing cartography.
How fancy you want the scroll case to be?
Can I make my own
That'll
out of
change
wood?
the cost. That would be for wood carving. There's a difference between wood carvers and carpentry.
Where did
Yeah, you
I
haven't seen
get?
the size of the case that I can make.
Where did I get the calligraphy set from?
So how do
Probably
I
from being a wizard so that you can copy spells down. My guess is you just had it because how else would a wizard copy spells down?
That's fair.
I'm gonna go
How
with
do you
Tinker's tools.
what do you want me to do with
Go on.
this glass blowers kit? How am I supposed to is there a way that I add this properly?
You should be able to add it in D&D Beyond. If you just make a note under D&D Beyond, there's gonna be the best way to do this is to just D&D Beyond, write it in somewhere.
Oh, wait, can I just change these tools?
Or you might be able to add it. I mean, these all are kits that exist in D&D, but I don't know how easily it is to add them.
I found a spot to add a custom kit, but it...
That's fantastic.
If you just click on like an existing kit or tool you have,
There
you
we
can
go.
just add it.
Glass blower kit.
That's why I have 16 kits now.
Look, 16 kits.
Look, I got 99 kits. But glass blowers tools ain't one.
So yeah,
And as a reminder, you do still have a flamethrower with 3 canisters, and an alchemy or a brewer can make more. It does damage based on if it's brewer, it's higher damage, higher potential for
And-
faulty fire.
there's also
Alchemy
something
is
for
stable.
tinkers too, right? Tinkers.
Yeah,
tools?
Tinker is able to change the nozzle on it over if you
Yeah.
fool around with it over a couple breaks. So that it's not, you can change it because currently it's burst. It's just one canister gets used instantly in a cone. You can make it so it's sustained. You can make it so that it does like a, it's not going to
will-
ever do a fireball's worth of damage, but you can do like a long range shot.
I will say that's what
as
I
well.
plan to take next. I debated getting it now, but I figured getting one that has a potential to make money
Well, you
is
have-
a good idea to get first.
Anam's taking Tinkers. You can also take it, but
I might
you have
later.
a Tinkerer.
Because I still have the flamethrower.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's currently his.
I'm figuring.
Did I give you the stats on the 3 canisters you have? I'm gonna copy paste it if you don't have it. That way you can put it in a note somewhere.
Okay.
So burst canisters.
Man, I really don't know where I picked up the
You cheated. It's okay. I'll
calligraphy
allow it.
thing from.
It's part of your character now.
Well,
I'm not
I'm
gonna take it
cur-
away.
I'm just well, no, I'm more curious of if I picked it not thinking we were going to use toolkits is all.
Okay, now I'm taking it away.
That seems quite rude.
No, I'm not taking it away. I would never do that.
What he meant was, it's canon that your character cheated, and that's why we're taking it away.
Well,
Yeah. I figured out how to get there.
And I will make an entire mini document for the flamethrower as you unlock different as you use Tinker's tools more in downtime. The nozzle is the thing that changes the type of fire, and the canister is
not a choice.
gotcha. The canister is what chooses the amount of damage and the percent chance to backfire.
gotcha.
Please Photoshop us weapon trees for this.
Yes.
You're going to get multiple of these types of things where you're able to like Tinker's like main thing is as you get there's no like modern tech, but as you get the tech that has been created in this world from all the different people who used to have modern tech and are trying to make fancy things, there will be entire things that you can change.
Would I be able to make some potions for everybody?
Sure. Let me see. What's the cost? Because you're going to get a reduced cost.
Yeah,
'Cause
because I
you
can
have
blow
glass.
glass.
And because you're making it yourself, it's just the ingredients. What's the actual cost of a potion? Are you just going for healing?
Yeah, potion. Yeah, it says 25
Basically.
gold pieces of raw material.
So you could make one for 10 gold pieces a piece. Because of the glass.
I can make 2.
Sure. And we'll say that you were able to do that over the course of everything that happened.
I'll keep one. No, I won't keep one. Anam and Ripple will get them.
I won't refuse them.
I like to imagine that I'm gonna make like super dope bottles. They're not going to be regular bottles. I took a proficiency in glass blowing. These are going to be like one of a kind masterpieces.
Wait a minute. I need to add this into this.
What
Really
I'm
quick.
hearing is that you have the edgy store at the mall glass bottles. So like this one might look like a glass dragon kind of bottles. One is a replica sword glass bottle.
I don't know that that's edgy, but yeah.
I think that's edgy.
I think they just look kind of cool, right? In a world where people drink these kind of potions and it's a normal everyday thing, I think that's like the only way you can market them as different. Is their bottle. Some people cheap out and just,
What
get
is that?
a 4.
It's a dexterity check. Okay, that's not that bad for you, right?
It's plus
4?
Well, no, like the 4 is not great in general. I just rolled it. No, that wasn't your roll. I was just rolling to see what kind of check it was.
I
couldn't
would
see.
Gotcha. No, I thought you
You
said.
also have proficiency in it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it should be plus 4 instead of plus 2.
Sure.
That's not rolling as a proficiency. That's just rolling with my
Right. So
plus
we
2
would just have to
dex.
add +2 until until I re-imported you when you hit next level.
Yeah.
Then everything would fix.
Yeah. How do I roll that on my? I guess I would just roll a.
Under there's
tools.
a tools category on the bottom.
You have to have
Oh,
proficiency
okay.
in it, so until I re-import him, he's not going to be able to use that
Okay,
category.
I'll just
If it's
use my
beforehand, you
navigator's
have to
kit
use
and
that.
give it a plus 2
Sure.
because it's already a plus 2, so that'll be plus 4.
It's already a +2.
So I rolled an 8. What kind of a bottle did I make?
It's
Durgan
mildly misshapen.
Yeah.
It's not a dragon, it's a Durgan bottle.
Yep.
And
It's
you're-
I'm trying to pass it off as abstract art, but it's clearly enough like a dragon that you can tell that it's just the dragon's missing
And-
one of his wings. No, it's
Look,
abstract.
Ah, Gabagoolio, it looks like you've made a bad dragon.
No. It's not a. It's
No. Everybody, come look at Gabagoolio's bad dragon.
It's a metaphor
Gabagoolio,
for
Where
like
are you gonna stick it?
in Brixham's hands. Here, make a potion.
No. Nope.
No.
That doesn't look like. That's not.
I will let you know in herbalism kit. The only way that you're going to fail is if you roll a 1, and the only way you're going to get a level up is if you get like a 20.
Fair enough.
So
So you either level up or make a regular potion.
Or we laugh
There's-
together.
Yeah.
As a family.
exactly.
Family.
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 It's
Family.
Family. I've got like at least another hour in me, guys. I don't know about you, but I've been training.
Okay. Do you guys have everything? Does everyone have all the kits they want?
Can we get a family kit added to the list at some point? I don't know what's going to be in it.
At
but,
some
like,
point, I'll add a family kit.
Okay.
It just says family.
Thank you.
Well, it's maybe extra chants that are like different ways to say family, which emphasis to put on which syllable. Then we
Yeah.
can say it a little bit different, but still.
You guys say different languages makes more sense to me.
Well, it depends. It's got to be very close to the word family, or where like French and Spanish work. But like some languages, no. It's still got to sound like family, or I'm not
Right.
accepting it.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, I'm making weapon oils for our weaponers.
You're able to make the weapon oils you went for. You got a 12.
Huzzah.
Am I able to combine weapon oils with spells on my weapons, or does it one overtake the other?
Is your packed weapon always in existence?
So the thing is it's not really a packed weapon. It's a weapon that I imbue with spells. So like, for instance, I have a weapon that I cast green flame blade on because I took the tome. I don't technically have a packed weapon.
So I would say to avoid it getting too powerful, if you put an oil on it and then cast green flame blade, it would probably burn the oil off of it.
That's what I figured. Okay.
And yeah.
That's okay because it takes a whole action for me to use green flame blade and stuff like that.
It's also
anyway.
different situations too.
Exactly,
Like an
yeah,
oil
like-
might be better for single target as opposed to green flame, which I think is the one that jumps, right?
Yeah, and I think it's it would also be difference in damage types as well. So like there's still reasons to do either or. It doesn't make it better or
Right.
worse. I was just curious if they did stack or not.
How many
Um,
weapon oils does 10 gold get me?
That would give you. So you already have the glass from Gabagulio. That would give you. I said a gold per oil originally, so you get 20
And
weapon oil. A lot.
My second question would be can I put it on Shadowblade? Shadowblade is not a packed weapon, but it's a spell that gives me a magic weapon, and it deals 2d8 psychic damage, is finesse light, and has the throne property. Is it possible to add an oil to that? And again, I don't care what the answer is, but I just want to know how it works.
Yeah, I'd say no with that either, because
Okay.
I also don't think weapon oils would make sense on the psychic knives either.
That
I'm
works
having
for
the
me.
same thing in my mind as far as
Yep,
both of
fair
those.
enough. Yep.
Because the knives especially just go away.
Yep. Nope, that all.
But what
makes
if I
sense.
hold the knives in the oil jar
Okay,
and don't let go of the
But
knives?
like, what if I hold the knife by the blade and try to get the pommel to soak up the?
If
just
you
come at it from
take-
every way possible, right? Like... I'm okay
I
with
assumed-
it. It does more damage to me than the other guy. I get that, but does it work?
No, if you okay, I would allow if you wanted to take the damage of the weapon and then do 1d4 bludgeoning damage plus the
Yes.
oil from the pummel hit. Yes,
Exactly.
You are
Thank you.
welcome to do that.
Thank you. Thank you. Player agency has been restored.
But at what cost?
We'll
the most
find out.
barbarian thing you could possibly
At
do.
2d8 psychic damage of a cost, I got my way.
I would like to
Okay.
Final Fantasy 9
Good choice.
weapons where everybody on their turn calls out what weapon attack
Yes.
or
Yes.
what damage type they'd like to do,
Yep.
and I cast a cantrip on their blade just as they're hitting.
You don't have wood carvers tools. You have, or unless you took wood carvers as opposed to.
I just
Carpentry.
because I forgot
Okay.
that carpenters is
For building houses?
Oh, it's true.
which
What were you doing with your wood carver's tool? Would you make it some tablets, make it some money, making a decoy?
making decoys, making my little scroll case.
He made us turkey
Sorry, you have a
calls.
scroll
All
case.
of it, he made all of us turkey calls.
Honestly,
Oh,
that
yeah.
checks out.
The way the decoys work is there'll be an intelligence check to see if someone knows it's you. And if someone does have painter supplies, they can make it so that the intelligence check is with disadvantage if they do a good enough job on the painter supplies.
Is he able to make versions of me and Brixham quicker?
No, because that would be way too complicated.
But my versions do look smarter.
They look really good. You got a good. If you were making decoys, that would be.
I think
You
Oh,
would
man.
have.
I'll definitely take Painter's Kit next time. I'm all for taking the second one to everyone else's first one.
Sure, there is. I mean, that's the reason these exist.
I
This
didn't
way.
realize there was going to be this much harmony, but I kind of like it.
Oh,
Like also for example, like if you are an alchemist that can make the things for the inside of bombs, and then someone has a potter's tools, you can make fire bombs with a potter who can make the outside and then the
if
inside.
this is going to be an ongoing thing,
Yes.
I know we're playing this campaign for a while, but I mean, going forward as you host things that we're actually making the toolkits useful completely changes on which elves I want to play, because some of them you can change your proficiency,
That's true.
which I looked
It
at.
also makes
I looked at some elves versus the Pallet Elf I picked, and the Pallet Elf is one of the ones where you can trance, but you can't change your proficiencies, and I'm like, well, how often are tools useful?
there's a rogue that can do that on short rest. The Phantom Rogue can
Oh, cool.
essentially switch out proficiencies on short rest, or not short rest, long rest.
Before we leave this town, and if the answer is I'm probably never going to find one, that's fine too. But pearls of power, how rare are those in this game?
They're pretty rare.
Okay, so probably not going to find them
Um,
anywhere near here.
Probably not
Okay.
here. It would be pearls of power is something you would find maybe in a long lost wizard's
Okay.
lair or magic user's lair. That usually any wizard that would sell stuff would keep it for themselves if they're at a shop in town because it's
Fair
rare
enough.
enough.
Fair enough. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
So
Let's say
before
that we
you
wanted
leave,
to update gutters and a tin roof. Where would one go?
you would go to Gobbo's Roofing. The only place to go. Okay. So before you leave town, your parents would go and say goodbye, check and make sure. Your mother would be like, everyone got everything they need? Does everyone feel okay? Do you know which way you're headed?
East.
I think we're fine.
Toward the
Okay.
wall of blackened scariness.
East. I thought you said west.
Well, hopefully you should be able to pick up his trail slightly quicker. You can't. He couldn't have teleported that far initially. If he decided to, he could have teleported to the east wall, left the safe zone, and then teleported away. But his first teleport would have had to stop at the safe zone. You can't teleport outside of it.
Is that a mechanics thing? Like, is that a for sure thing?
That
Or
is
is
a for sure.
Okay.
That is. Well, that is something that whoever made the safe zones, which is the Church of Sacred Fate, says. And people don't seem to be able to teleport outside them. Like, it's been proven.
Okay. There's foundational reasoning behind this, and this isn't just
Correct.
something we're hearing for the first time, and it could be another lie that the
There's-
DM is telling us.
I'm not telling you lies. The characters are telling you lies.
Somebody
He'd never
bookmark
lie
this,
to us twice.
bookmark this exact spot, everybody. We are 28 minutes into this recording. Comments of the future. Come tell us where we were wrong.
Okay, well, if you are all ready, we're going to head out. Before we leave, your mother takes out her old weapon that she used to use way back in the day. It's a blue crystal hammer with a long steel handle. It could be used as a war hammer it just is a war hammer, because I think you can two-hand war hammers too.
Thank you, Mother. I'll use this well.
He hands it.
It's not a staff.
She says, Brixham, I believe it is time for you to take the family weapon.
I'll hold on my hands with like awe in my eyes. Thank you. I'll do it proud.
What class are you, Brixham?
Cleric.
Oh, right. That makes sense.
And I'll give it a few test swings around.
Before you do that, and as she's handing it to you, she says, as you use it more, it should be able to become more in tune with your god. And who knows the possibilities. And as it gets down into sits in your hand, the blue crystal turns into a green nature-like color instead.
Ooh,
Whoa.
nifty. Can I hold it and see what color it changes?
No, it's mine.
It currently functions as a warhammer.
I
Is
minor
this
illu-
like a mood ring?
No, it's
Very good,
Brixham's
angry
now. It's
colors.
It
I
doesn't
minor
seem to change colors when you get angry.
Not a mood ring.
I minor illusion
Minor.
one of my dark spell blades, but it's a minor illusion, and I say, yeah, maybe when you get used to it, Brixham, our weapons can fight. Just the weapons, though, not us.
A physical weapon and then like a PNG of a weapon.
I will.
I don't know. It'd be a cool thing to do to pass the time, let the weapons fight for a bit and just watch them and like bet on them.
Ripple, you can bet on the weapons.
He seems like an
Fine.
odds guy.
The ball versus the goo.
What?
Excuse me?
Gabagoo.
Get it?
Maybe we should keep a book so we can keep score through every single time we do this.
Thanks, Mom.
Your parents just kind of sat there for a few seconds.
Do you have a
And
mood
then it's like,
changing bow?
okay. No, sadly, I neither your father or I were ever really good with bows.
Oh my god,
Just-
I just barely zoomed in on Kreezor. He's actually got the tattoo now.
Just
I've never really zoomed in since we've done that. I'm usually playing zoomed out.
I did that
It's there.
literally 4 seconds after that conversation.
Yeah, but I didn't
Yeah,
realize
no,
you up.
it,
I didn't realize it was your avatar now.
Oh yeah, no, I
It happened
messaged
immediately.
Mike on the side to import my character again, so it
He
would
did.
show up.
You wanted it.
Well,
Family.
I forgot. Family.
Family.
You said it was a Warhammer?
Family.
Yeah.
We said it was family.
Family.
If you don't have, you should have proficiencies. If you don't, then I can change the weapon type because I don't want to give you.
That's
Something
Here's
you
this
can't
useless
wield.
slab of metal you can't do anything with.
Thanks, Mom. I'm not proficient with it. I'm only proficient.
Then
in
it's a
simple.
mace. Then it's a mace.
Mace.
It'll replace your mace,
We have weapons at home.
and it'll
weapons
be
at home.
cooler as time goes on.
the warhammer you can't use.
The Warhammer of -4.
She just hands it to you and says, "Get good, scrub," and then walks away.
We should have let you die. And I walk away.
Whoa!
No, it's fair.
My God, drop.
I like-
Damn it.
I like the thought though of Brixham being so small that it's still a warhammer. It's just gotten smaller, so it's a mace to normal people, but to Brixham it is still a warhammer.
Okay. They say goodbye, wish you the best of luck, and head out to the west. Your current lead is he's out to the east, and you know at the very least he had to stop in the eastern gate town of this area. And you make your way there. So you make your way to the eastern gate town. The wolf, you know, is at this point a good 2-3 days behind you, so you have a little bit of wiggle room as far as long as you keep the zigzag. He seems to be lagging behind a little bit more and more at the moment over time. So when you get to the eastern gate town, you're welcome to keep going through, or if you want to stop and maybe try and find some information. You know that so you knew he had to go Eastern Gate Town to the town on the other side of it as well. So those two spots would be your potential sightings of him.
Maybe I should have asked this like 5 minutes ago when we were still with people
Probably.
who would have had this if it existed, but do we have like a sketch or a picture of the guy we're looking for?
I don't
can dig
think,
one up
I mean,
really quick.
so you know that anyone in the Eastern Gate Town would know. No, so you know what? You actually, as you walk through the Eastern Gate Town, you see a wanted poster of him.
Okay, cool.
Sick.
That helps. Can we
I mean, no
ask
one likes
someone
it
for
anymore.
one of them? Like, can we get one before we
Sure,
leave?
you can go to
so
the
that-
guard.
So, yeah, just because like we're
You,
gonna
you
we're
actually
looking for
know
him.
the speaker of the town. Remember, you helped her
Right.
take the
Right.
the person who was drugging people.
Right. I'd love to have
Drunk.
one of those for when we go other places where people might not know him immediately, instead of trying to describe who he is.
Explain.
Yeah.
Sure, Aora, you were able to find Aora, and she would say, "For sure, here, take this. It's a great thing you're doing going after him. Best of luck. Stay safe." I personally haven't seen him, and we haven't had. The only testimony we had is he seemed to appear right by the gate and just run right through. Or, sorry, he casually walked through because at that point no one knew I was in the capital. So he doesn't seem to be running like he's in any form of danger, or that he thinks that he's in any form of danger. He seems to be just going. None of the guards saw him teleport on the other side either. So either he specifically walked out of sight, or he just doesn't seem to be in a hurry.
I'm gonna put that in my inventory. Wanted poster of Malhoun. And I will thank her for the wanted poster. It should go a long way.
I hope so.
And I assume everybody's with me.
We will bring him to justice.
We sure will.
No, I stayed at the other place.
We lost
Or death. Whichever one's
Anam again.
No.
I think people here would prefer you bring him to justice. That way we can
Anam?
hold
No,
the
he's
trial.
probably
But
just
if he ends
outside.
up,
We don't have to. We could
Wait,
just.
no, I'm here.
if it comes between you and your life and him coming to justice, you kill him.
Oh yeah.
Understood. Put him in a position where we get to that. No
That's-
worries.
You'll be able to.
How much
I've
is
seen your
needed for
potential.
justice?
How much is preferably the whole person? Well, alive. Which you can do what you'd like with that information. Alive. That's what's needed for justice.
Fingers and toes?
Oh,
That
just
doesn't
alive.
constitute a person.
What do you think
All we
alive
need is alive.
Freezor?
Don's finger.
Oh,
I'm not technically, as a speaker and also a follower of the law, supposed to tell you that you can take away appendages. But I'm just going to say alive, and whatever way he comes back, that's
That
okay
makes
with me.
sense.
You know what? Let's just.
Appendages.
I don't think we need to plan this one too far ahead. I think
Battlefield
the
surgery and take his appendix out?
no.
If he's alive, that's all I care.
What if his appendix bursts?
thank you very much for your assistance. We'll be on our way now.
Good luck. Best of luck.
And then we
You are
just
allowed-
stand there for like 30 seconds.
Yeah. We just
Stare lovingly into her eyes.
continue staring at the NPCs as the players look away to discuss something.
I want to clarify that when I'm not actively engaging and playing Ripple does not blink.
Normally
He's-
blinks.
He becomes completely immobile, stares into the distance as if he's thinking of something else entirely, and just pops back in when it's time to move.
The classic when you're in the middle of a conversation in an RPG and you walk away from your keyboard, your character just stares at
Yeah.
the person you're talking to. So after your 30 seconds of just standing around, you make your way through the gate and into the next town. This town. Here's my tab that I need.
What is the? Is this all the same day?
Yeah. Well, no, sorry. It took you 3 days to get to,
Eastgate.
because remember you were in the Akandun. And then went to the Eastgate.
But like from Eastgate to here, is this the same day?
Eastgate to the other town? Yeah, it's
Okay.
the wall's right there. Eastgate's not big enough to constitute a whole day of travel.
Okay. Okay.
The main reason that you got like 3 to 4 days up on the wolf at this point is because I imagine you took your time and you guys were keep on zigzagging.
Oh yeah. Yep. I think we planned to at least.
Yeah. That's why you have that like, it feels like 3 to 4 days, probably like let's just say 3.5 to be exact, because you do know the exact location of the wolf at each dawn. So the town on the other side is actually quite the opposite of Novigrad. This town is a lot of green meadows, lush grass. All of the houses in this place are slightly built into the ground. And the name of it is Hobbiton.
Hobbiton.
Yes.
Oh.
Completely different mood from Novigrad as far as everyone seems pretty chill. Yeah, there's a line of people at the gate wanting to get in, but also they're not so huddled together in like a shanty town. They're just like, when it happens, it happens. Everything seems pretty chill here.
I
The
feel
smell
like I
of
need a mule cart full of fireworks.
the town smells wonderful. If you're not smelling beautifully cultivated flowers, you are smelling some of the most delicious
Oh man.
pies and mutton that you've ever smelt in your entire life.
Does anybody smell toast? Or am I having a stroke?
No, that's burnt
Yes, bro, I don't
toast.
smell anything.
Not any kind of toast.
Do
You
3
burnt
death
your
savings throws right
you
now.
burnt your toast.
Hobbiton,
It won't let me
Doesn't
do it at a
have-
positive number of hit points.
Then you're fine, I guess. If the mechanics say you don't have to make the stroke saving throws, you're fine. But yeah, so the town of Hobbiton, you would know, you really haven't been outside the East Gate so much because it's a little bit of a far trek, but you would know that it's a pretty chill place. There's not a lot of place to buy things other than some of the best food around. If you do go and manage to snag yourself a cooked meal, it also, I would point out, it's not fully inhabited by hobbits. It is a mixture of all different races still. And to that effect, the hobbit holes are also different sizes. They're not all to the point where if you're a taller race, you have to stoop down. But if you do and manage to snag yourself some beautifully crafted food, if you were to ever take 10 minutes to sit down and eat said of food, you would gain 1 HP, not permanently, but 1 temporary hit point.
Nice.
Forever?
No,
No,
1
the day.
temporary hit point.
Oh.
The odds of us going
Figured it out.
through.
I heard you the first time. I just wanted to ask again.
I mean, even if we kept it till we got hit.
yeah, I mean, it could help.
The odds of us going through a whole day without combat.
Possible. You never know. But yeah, is there anything? No. This was the last location. Like they said, they saw him go till like as far away. He just walked casually till the edge of their sight lines. So they don't know what happened. All they know is he was last seen in Hobbiton, walking to the east. What would you like to do?
Do we have any other reason to be in Hobbiton? Do we need to stop for the night?
Yeah, how many hours are we in?
You could definitely make it past Hobbiton. Like, it's midday. You could spend the whole rest of the day here, or you could stop probably somewhere along the road.
What if we take like a short rest, grab a little snacky snack, maybe some fried food, and
See
There
if
are
we
some
get
really good
additional value.
Could also do that.
Someone had to have seen him. Is there like the local tavern nearby we could go to?
Yes, there is. Very
Let's
popular.
go get a
town, near
pumpkin.
Go right in. It's built into a hill like your normal hobbit hole, except it's larger. So it's meant to accommodate many different shapes and sizes. It is bustling.
Ah, look at the bustle. I just
Very
love
bustlesome.
I just love a bustling tavern. You know, I've always said that.
And I've always said we
have.
need more
You have
adjectives
always
for
said
these
that,
taverns.
The way this works is the bar is in the first room, which is maybe 20 feet by 20 feet. And all the different side rooms kind of go out and snake into private or slightly larger, maybe like 5 or 6 table rooms. And as you come in the door, you see people grabbing drinks, going off into the side rooms, going into maybe the larger or the private rooms, and the bartender sees you and greets you with a massive smile. Like, welcome! How may I help you today? What can I get you?
Could you get me Brixham? Could you get me Brixham? And I gotta remember our fucking names here. One second.
Wow,
Could you get
man.
me Brixham Nanan? An ale, please. A pumpkin for this fine fellow, and a Shirley Temple for the short one.
It's funny because I'm the shortest one.
You're tall in
Um,
spirit, young man.
How would you like that pumpkin? In a pie,
Oh, probably,
grilled,
right?
raw, raw,
He loves a raw pumpkin.
I think he said fried.
Do you
Fried?
Fried?
we can make it fried.
Deep fried? Like a deep fried and stuff it with cream cheese, and I think he'd be happy.
We can probably make that happen. I think I got all the
There'll
ingredients.
be a
back
lot
here.
of cream cheese.
Do you want the whole
Honestly,
thing, or do you just want a portion?
Just a sickening amount of cream
Whatever
cheese.
it is.
You know what? Just give me like a piece of pumpkin and 4 bricks of cream cheese. Something more manageable to eat.
Big bite of cream cheese, a little nibble of
Okay. Did you say you were gonna eat 4 bricks of cream cheese? I think you're gonna need to make a con saving throw for that.
So many more would be in the pumpkin.
Would you like a portion of the pumpkin or the whole one fried?
I think he wants a whole pumpkin.
I would like a whole.
Okay. Sure. We can fry it up for you. If you'd like to pick any of the rooms, just take a good walk around and see if you can find yourself a seat. We will make our way and bring out the food. You notice that behind him is a door to what you can see as like a kitchen. The way the inn is built is you enter into the bar, there's all the side rooms, and the kitchen is in the very center, kind of walled off. So all of it kind of snakes out around the center. Would you like a private room or a slightly more open room? There are a couple private rooms open, and definitely
Slightly more
tables in the
open.
large rooms. Slightly more open it is. You go into a room, there's one other group there. Looks like there's an elf, a hobbit, and an orlin, which is the same species as the person who owns the dwindling mage. The one that told you where Malin was. If you can't picture it, it's the... I had the image up at some point. Like a furry kind of I'm just gonna get a picture of it.
Did he have a stroke?
Me? No. I'm just trying to get a picture of the thing that I just said because I realized that not everyone's played anything from Pillars of Eternity or Avowed, so.
Oh, I like good games.
Pillars of Eternity is a great game. You can shut up.
I've heard it's pretty good.
And I enjoyed Avowed.
Oh, I found a picture of one.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so that's sitting at the table talking. You're able to find another. Yep, that's actually literally the picture I was about to send.
Cool.
Right. You're able to find your own table. In, 10-15 minutes, everything you order comes out to the table, all looking amazing. Some of the best drink you've ever had, and some of the best fried pumpkin. No cream cheese. No 4 bricks of cream cheese.
I would,
Has
like
there
to roll
been
a,
that
I would like to roll a constitution to see how fast I eat this.
Sure.
Seems ill-advised.
Moderate
Alright.
speed.
Moderate speed. Can't quite savor it because it's so good.
Is there anything you'd like to do in this tavern? Other than eat and drink?
We're gonna.
Are there any
here
wanted
looks
posters
like they
for
know a
Muldoon?
guy named Muldoon?
Ripple
No
its mouth.
one specifically that you could tell. You can ask around.
Let's ask around.
I don't think someone looks specific if they know someone named Malhoun.
I think they could.
Yeah.
In theory.
Yeah.
Sure.
Theoretically, looks like they know a Muldoon.
You can't tell. But you're able to ask around. You go to the other table if you'd like. You can go ask the barkeeper. Like,
I'll ask the barkeeper.
sure. Well, as he's coming back and clearing up the plates. Anything else I can get you guys?
Yes, I was
Stay as
wondering
long
if
as you'd
you
like.
might have seen a very
I'll-
a very
I'm gonna butter
demure-looking cleric.
Minor illusion Malhoun's face like a R2D2 for Blood Princess Land. Yep.
I love how you spent the time on a wanted poster when multiple of you have minor illusion.
I also have minor illusion.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, remember, there was also talk of us going to a camp where they hate magic.
Yeah, no, if you had gone to the north, yep.
Can the minor
where you
illusion
would've-
be like overlaid on the wanted poster that we're holding it up, so it looks more like the
Sure.
Harry Potter newspapers?
Yeah, I'll bring out the
Oh,
I'll
nice.
bring out the wanted poster, and Brixham will like do like a 3D rendering on top
Yeah.
of what the picture is.
Sure.
It's like hologramming out.
I do remember someone that looks. Yeah, no, that's yeah. He came through, grabbed a quick bite, and then left.
What did he order?
Just
I just want
just
Nom to come
need-
out to just deadpan go, "You are sheltering enemies of the state, are you not?" Just
Just that and some pumpkin pie. Just mead, pumpkin pie, and it's left. Said he had a sweet tooth. That's what we offered, or we suggested. Seemed to like it. He only took a bite before he left, though. Then he took
A
it to
bite.
go. We do. If anyone would like to have anything to go, we do let that. It's offered.
Can I have a half pumpkin?
Sure.
did anybody
anything
happen to
else?
see which way he went?
From everything I've heard, east. He went east, probably towards. Someone said there was a mention of the town Bree, which is a couple days to the east, or sorry, a day to the east, not a couple. It's a couple if you go slow.
Are we just doing Lord of the Rings places?
Each
Well,
zone is themed after a
yeah,
certain thing.
Yeah. Like I guess they didn't play the first campaign, but like typically,
Well, no, like this is. I've already also said that, like,
Yeah.
because you were.
you did say.
I guess
it,
the only
but-
person that would know this is Frank. The first zone you exist that you were born in is after Draenei and World of Warcraft.
Ah,
All of those are.
I
based
did
off
know
of
that.
And then this one is themed. You say you knew that
I
too?
thought we were in
I knew
Western
that
Russia.
because I did
Novgorod.
That was when I stopped playing World of Warcraft.
I did some of the
cool.
campaign, and I went to the spot where the lights
You
turn
also would
on
know
and
that.
off.
That's right.
Yeah. That's one of the few things I did play, so I actually did recognize that one.
But yeah, each zone's themed.
I'm gonna keep
The
track
campaign.
of which. I'll probably do it in a Google Doc, but I'm gonna keep track of which recipes are in this recipe book, and I'm gonna ask this dude if I can get the recipe for their pumpkin pie. And then yeah, see if you put that in my Warlock book, Hobbiton pumpkin pie.
I can give you the base recipe, but we do add secret ingredients in there as well, because we don't want anyone stealing the whole thing.
Is there something I
Not
can
gonna
get
be
the
the
full
same.
recipe of? Is there a thing? I can collect recipes from around the world. Hopefully, I've already got, and I
Our
show 'em,
rabbit,
like.
our rabbit stew. It's also still
Okay.
pretty damn good, but it's not our specialty. Let's say.
That's
Pumpkin
okay.
pie's special.
I'm just gonna try to collect recipes from around the world and maybe make this the best recipe book the world has ever seen.
Well, everybody
Sure.
knows that the best recipe book the world has ever seen is Dins and Bins.
Bins and bins.
Bins and gins, local cuisine done right.
I have heard of bins and dins, but I don't know. There's just something about this book. I feel like I want to add to it. It's already got recipes for fried abyssal chicken and like how to use cheese elemental. I mean, hopefully someday I'll add a really weird thing to it too. But Hobbiton stew seems like a pretty good start.
I honestly don't know why you would have a recipe for abyssal chicken in there.
It came to me that way. I inherited the book.
I'm sorry,
I'm trying to
but
fill
at
it
least
with
you're
good
trying to make it
things.
better.
Yeah,
Good,
and
good to hear.
quite frankly, I feel quite revitalized after I believe I'm gonna eat.
Yeah, you
some
guys
of
all
the
have
rabbit stew.
one temporary hit point.
I'm gonna be like, there seems to be something to this stew, so it seems like it's earned its place in here.
It is very good, and thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it.
Cool.
Is there anything else I can get you? Anyone want anything to go before you go?
Is there any kind of baked good I can take with me to get +1 temp HP later?
Sure. There are scones. You can take a slice of pumpkin pie, kind of wrapped up
Oh, I'd love a scone to go.
in some some large leaves.
I'll take a scone.
Scone, yeah. Scone, that works.
Take a
Alright.
scone
Anyone else?
as well.
One scone. They also have different various breads as well.
You have a pumpkin bread?
They do have pumpkin bread.
Oh, heck yes. Crazor is so excited.
Anything else for the rest of you two?
I'd have a cup of water.
Cup of water for the road? Sure.
Yeah, it's a little thirsty. You know, I could use it now.
Sure. Cup of water.
Thank you.
Anything for the last one?
Gosh. Don't laugh at me. When's the last time any of you rookies drank a cup of water? We're gonna be huffing it.
I mean, he's right. We should
I'm
drink
just-
more.
I'm just thinking, like, in real life, I pretty much live on coffee, so I'm like, it's not that weird that my D&D character doesn't drink water.
Nobody drinks water. You forget.
Yeah.
And then you have a cup of ice water in front of you, and it's the most delicious thing you've ever had. You realize maybe you should drink it more often, but often never happens.
This is true. It doesn't matter if you equip yourself with a water bottle or not.
No, then you just carry around an empty water bottle, or worse, a water bottle full of old water.
Yeah, yes, yes.
It's not even cold. It's room temperature. No one likes it.
It smells weird.
It's got
Well,
the-
well, first
Yeah.
you gotta smell it. You gotta know.
Does
Yeah.
it taste like the cap?
Yeah. Yeah. That's old water.
That's why.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't. I feel seen.
So everyone's able to that wanted to get a baked good. You have that for the road.
Yeah.
One baked good.
One lemon scone.
One lemon scone, and the whole thing costs you
I'll have a peach
about
scone.
7 silver for the whole everything.
How much?
7
7
silver.
silver.
I'll.
We should get
not
an
expensive.
entire deep-fried pumpkin more often.
Yeah.
So if the whole thing was only 7 silver, I'll pay for it.
That's good because I have 1 gold left to my name.
I
bought
figure.
all
Well, you
one.
guys have been paying for most of the stuff. I still have 36 gold, so
Crazor is just patting his pockets and he has 5 silver that fell out.
we're I give it back to him. Um, I'm good, guys. I still have 36 gold and 3 silver. We're good. It's on me tonight.
Good.
That's very
You-
generous of you.
You guys paid for everything else so far. I've been trying to hold this as emergency money.
Oh,
That's fair.
Gabagoolio, buy yourself a second Shirley Temple. You've earned it.
I didn't realize I needed your permission.
You
But-
don't, but I'm giving it anyway.
Okay.
Have yourself a second Shirley Temple. You've earned it.
No, I'm good. But thanks for the confidence.
Make
No, you've earned it.
I've eaten a lot.
I'm sure
The
you've been
barkeep
eating your
leans
Shirley
in. You've earned. He does not. That is not true.
Temple. It's not true. He didn't earn it.
Well, no, he did lean in. Okay. So, you have what you want from Hobbiton. You make your way towards Bree.
Going
It's
on-
getting dark. What? What is it?
As if we're going on an adventure.
Going on an
Reaching
adventure.
Hobbiton.
What's they
To the-
happen in the
Taking
movie?
the hobbits to Isengard.
That too.
You make your way to Bree. So it's starting to get dark out. You get a good sense that it's still it gets safe here. You're able to camp out just okay as it in the road. And as you're starting to get to a point where you're about ready to camp out, you come across what looks like a traveling merchant caravan. Some scrub forgot to preload the scene.
I'm gonna be angry if everything they have is exactly
Sorry.
37 gold.
Oh,
Luckily, it's a small scene.
the traveling 37 gold caravan. Of course.
Dang it, guys. About 2 hours ago, I had 37 gold.
So you see I said caravan. I meant wagon. It's one traveling merchant.
It's a wagon.
He's got his wagon, a covered wagon, couple barrels set up. He's actually sitting on a chair by a barrel in a small little light, just reading a book. It looks like, kind of sitting back. And
Well, hello there.
hello.
What you reading?
What?
You yell from
Oh.
70 feet away.
Just a good old book called the Riddle of Alchemy.
Ooh. Have I read that one?
Do a history check.
I definitely will when I'm out of the kitchen.
Looks
And
like
I'm
I'm
back.
doing the history check for you.
No. No.
It's happening.
You can't stop it. He should have. He should have.
Oh,
You have
boy.
not read this book.
Ah,
Grisor
Grisor
has
never
has
heard of it.
tasted it, though.
Sounds intriguing.
It's a good book. It's all about, mostly just about alchemical history.
Just because I got fucked over one time in the entire time I've ever played D&D by not making an insight check, I want to see if he's telling the truth.
But whether it's a good book,
Whew.
it seems fine.
Can we join you around that there fire?
Sure.
That's fine, right?
Anything? I wouldn't be doing my job as a merchant if I didn't offer anything. I got some basic supplies in here. And nothing that interests you, you're more than welcome to set up camp. Nice little spot over there too. For the night. I'm just about to do the same.
Sorry, I thought we were still in the theater of the mind. I see why it was so preposterous I yelled that from that distance.
I thought that's why you were yelling it in the first place.
Nope, I'm just being a loud me.
Oh my god.
But yeah, just basic supplies, whatnot. Don't need if you need any rations or anything.
Yeah. Do we?
Well, I mean,
Not really.
we just got
I mean,
rations
you-
from Hobbiton, and we would have
you're
had
pretty
rations
good, yeah.
before that, yeah.
What brings you out this way? We're just coming from Hobbiton.
I like to travel around. I tend to go through the various neutral zones. I got a good wagon of like basic armor and weapons as well. I like to try and make sure people have the means to defend themselves if necessary, trying to do the world a little bit of a service. Though I do take some coin, I do try and make sure that if someone's really down and out, that they get what they need.
As an aside, neutral zones are dangerous to general people, right?
They're more dangerous, yes. So the safe zones are like safe. They're fine.
Right.
Neutral zones can be anything varying from like the most wretched hive of scum and villainy around to
I can't
not too bad. Like,
wretched
but
hive of
still.
skull- That wretched hive of villainy sounds like we're gonna have a Star Wars themed area.
And I'm just gonna say, like, so you travel by yourself through the neutral zones constantly?
I know how to defend myself. Need be. I know how to get
Wow.
away quickly too. It's not on the map, but he has 2 horses
Yeah, okay.
because obviously he's not.
I mean,
pulling the
I'm
wagon
just
by
saying
himself.
that's
Well,
mad respect.
I'd have
Well,
more
why not?
respect for him if he pulled the whole thing by himself too. I would be
No,
way
I
more
mean-
afraid of him.
Still mad respect, man. Like, not many people come out to the neutral zones. Like, we haven't even really been in that many of them.
Didn't we live
Right.
in one? Or did we live in a
No,
safe
you lived
zone?
in a safe zone.
We've been
He's-
through them, but
actually,
like,
there's a lot of people out here. I think you come from the safe zones. There's a lot of people that live out here. Think the safe zones could hold all the people that were displaced after the end time?
No idea. How many people
I
are
don't think we
there?
really. Yeah, I don't think we know what the population is. Do they do
We're-
a census?
What?
we live in a bit of a walled off community. Why don't you
You
let
do.
us,
Um,
why don't you kind of spill the beans on what we've actually signed up for here? What?
There's just a lot of people out here. Not everyone's bad. Not everyone's good. It's whatever walk. There's not as many laws too. I mean, pretty much town to town. You don't have a speaker or anything like that. But there's a lot of smaller towns. You don't have as much of the like gate towns. But you have no gate towns in neutral zone. Only the towns on the other side of gate towns. which can, as you've seen, imagine coming from the road, you went to Hobbiton. It's a great town,
Are you?
lovely place.
Why
Good
are
people.
so?
Mm-hmm.
If I may ask, why are you? I assume we can like see Hobbiton from here, right? Or
It's pretty far in the distance. You remember you started travel midday from a
okay.
little bit past midday.
So I guess I would kind of ask him like, you're staying here rather than just getting over to Hobbiton?
Well, I mean, you're doing the same thing.
Well, we're leaving Hobbiton, but yes.
Well, yeah. Just remember, I said, sorry, I might not have spoken loud enough. I'm traveling debris.
Did he say he was traveling debris?
I
did.
did.
Or did we
If
just
he
not-
But
did,
you were far away.
yeah. If he
You
did,
were
I
far
didn't.
away, so I'm guessing that he didn't come across when he said that.
So, is that where we're going?
Yes.
Mhm.
Do you want to maybe? I mean, we're also headed debris. Maybe we could help each other out.
Sure. Road debris is not too bad. When I say that the safe zone has the neutral zones are wildly different as far as whether it's danger levels, like road debris is not that bad. I'll gladly go with you, but I don't think we're gonna have any fighting on the road.
I don't know how to in character say without alarming this man, but if we're traveling with him, we're increasing his danger because we have a wolf that attacks.
Well,
us.
yeah, but the wolf is 3 days away, and we're not that far from Bree. Was kind of my thought.
Gotcha. It just seems that like, hey, why don't we travel with you so we can give you
It
some
would
safety?
be very strange if you zigzag traveled with him. He would be a little bit confused because he's doing like a
Oh, yeah,
beeline
no.
debris. If you want to keep making distance, you're zigzagging.
I don't think we're gonna keep making. Well, we're not 3 days away from Bree, right?
No, you're about a day. So you could keep the same
might-
distance, potentially lose a little bit of ground. If you straight travel, it'll know where you are and it'll kind of try and guess. It seems to always guess that you're gonna straight travel. So anytime you go straight, it makes a little bit of ground. Every time you zigzag, you gain a little bit of ground.
I think we can take Chrono Wolf.
Does he have
anyway.
anything interesting in his wares as I peruse?
And
So
will
he
he buy
has.
glass?
He's not the. Well, he might. We'll get to that in a little bit
Okay.
because he wouldn't be against it. As far as his wear, it's literally the most basic. It's basic armors. It's nothing as fancy as plate, but you have your basic light, medium, and heavy armor from the list of D&D armors. You have any simple weapon you can think of, and
A scroll
also
of power.
has definitely not. As far as martial, he has a rapier and a Morningstar martial, because he has a Morningstar. I specifically put that down. I forgot
I
what the
feel
Morningstar
like
was
that
for.
would be Marshall, but I don't know off the top of my head. It sounds Marshall.
Martial, yeah.
Who is Marshall?
You
Martial
also see
weapon.
an
Come
alchemy
on.
jug.
Sorry.
Mr. Marshall Weapon.
Wait. An infinite mayonnaise jug?
How much for the alchemy jug?
Alchemy jug will
We
cost you 1 riddle.
Riddle
One
me this.
riddle.
Answer a riddle. No, sorry, I said that wrong. It will cost you answering a riddle.
Riddle me
And-
that.
2 gold.
I have 1 gold. I'm not
I
playing
have-
hardball. I actually only have 1 gold.
I-
Well,
Give one to
I mean,
Rip.
I was gonna say.
I was,
I can
let's
give
see
you a
if he.
gold.
Well, let's see if he can answer the riddle first, guys. Don't just give him the gold. Make him work for it. But
I'm assuming it's 2 gold per riddle.
I'm not gonna fund you failing
Then-
riddles. But if you get it
It's-
right,
It's one riddle, and sorry if you fail, you don't get it.
ah,
I always keep that 1 for the person that can answer the riddle. No one's been able to
First,
get it
what
yet.
about what about the team that can answer the riddle?
You can talk about it together, but it's 1 guess.
Okay.
Okay.
We-
So
We've historically done well that way.
the riddle goes: a shoemaker makes shoes without any leather, with all the 4 elements put together: fire, water, earth, and air, and every customer takes 2 pair. Who am I? I got you, Keegan.
Oh, thank
This
God.
isn't my
Okay,
answer, but is mayonnaise an element?
Let me come back and read this. So is this written down?
It
Yeah,
is.
it's written down
it's
in the
in
Discord.
Gen. Yeah.
Shoemaker makes shoes without any leather. Oh, you're a baker.
Cobbler.
Yeah, so you're making like a cobbler or something like that. What should we call them? Why would they
Takes
take
two
pairs?
pair. Yeah.
Oh, you're making a pair
Cobbler.
cobbler. Yeah, it's a
No,
cobbler.
it's a cobbler as in horse.
Oh. That's
Is that
a
your
farrier.
final answer?
Wait, what?
Like
Everyone
Cobbler.
agree?
a cobbler takes all 4 elements to make the metal to make
Okay.
the horseshoes.
Yeah, that's a farrier, Keegan. A cobbler is
Oh,
something
so-
different.
Cobbler shoes, right? Just
A
regular
cobbler's
shoes.
is shoes.
Cob-
Yeah.
Cobbler is regular
I thought-
shoes.
I thought horse.
No,
I
it's a
thought there was
farrier.
horse
You're a
cobbler.
farrier.
It's a farrier? Okay, well that's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. Cobbler for horses.
The horse foot guy.
The horse.
Poor
the
guy.
Dude, the dude who makes
Hey.
fucking horse feet.
Wait.
Is that your final answer?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Wait. Don't blacksmith make horseshoes?
No,
Every
the farrier.
customer-
Because the farrier is the one the farrier just does horseshoes. That's all they do.
Because
A little
everyone
bit
takes
split.
every customer takes 2 pairs to give away. That's 4 shoes. So it's for a 4-legged animal. Boom, and I didn't
Horsefoot
even
guy.
ask ChatGPT. Horsefoot guy is my answer.
That's your. Is that the group's
No,
final answer?
no. Horsefoot guy is not the final answer. I'm willing to take
farrier.
farrier, but I'm gonna guess
Yes,
blacksmith.
whatever
win-
the official terminology is.
Yeah. Horsefoot guy is not my final answer.
It would be Christmas final answer.
It's my
Every final answer then? Not horse, farrier. Farrier.
Yes.
Should have listened to the little one back there. Closes up the cart. Next time I'll give you another riddle. You can get a second chance.
Ha! It was blacksmith.
The blacksmith doesn't sell it to the. The blacksmith sells it to the farrier. In which case, it doesn't come and they.
An old 18th century riddle. Don't. I didn't make it. This is it's a historic riddle. Went with history.
You're a historic riddle.
Hey guys.
Sorry, you didn't deserve that.
Maybe
I
I'm
went with
I'm
history.
biased because I was right, but I see no problem with this riddle.
I think I liked Horsefoot guy as an answer because there are horsefoot people that do hot shoeing.
Blacksmith. Okay.
It also kind of
It's
sounds like a
just saying.
superhero.
The Horsefoot TV that I watch on YouTube does have
The Horsefoot TV.
people that do fine refinements on horseshoes.
Love Horsefoot TV.
You guys don't watch Horsefoot TV?
I don't,
I don't
need
get that
to.
Is it-
I'm marrying a horse barn manager.
Is it the Horsefoot TV where they do like repairs on horse feet?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fascinating.
I-
It is
I do-
fascinating.
I
It-
do
it
watch.
is-
I do watch the cow one.
That too. They're fascinating. But you
It's
do not get the alchemy job
extremely
this
awesome.
time.
That's horse shit.
Infinite mail will be for another time. He does travel. I mean, he says, I apologize.
Maybe
I
we don't
will.
need infinite mayo.
More than likely, I will be seeing you again if you're traveling to zones. I mean, I'm heading east. Probably won't follow
We
the
have
same
as much
path,
mayo as we can drink out of that jug right now.
but that's disgusting. I don't want to watch that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to be part of that.
Thankfully, it's
You're
not
not using
much
that
for
jug for
like 4 out
I
of
love
5
walking
of us.
downstairs and saying that sentence and having my wife be the person who hears that and just
I still think the riddle's
her
bullshit.
understanding of
Farrier-
D&D is just so colored.
because not all blacksmiths make horseshoes.
I'm arguing about horse feet and jugs of mayo.
I want my goddamn mayonnaise.
Next time, there'll be another riddle.
This is gonna
Like
be
I said,
bad
no one's been
because
able to get any yet.
next time you guys might actually lean on me, and I'll probably be wrong. But hey,
We won't. I wouldn't worry about that.
then I'll probably be right.
Yeah.
That
You'll
seems
never get the alchemy jug until you finally trust Gabagulio. That's the
no,
lesson,
because
really.
that's the time I'll be wrong. It's almost always how these things go.
It's a paradox.
It's a
What he's saying is
self-fulfilling
we're never
prophecy.
gonna get the mayonnaise.
No,
Fair.
we suck.
Anything else? Any other basic things you'd like? For I'm probably gonna turn in soon. It's a good spot over there to set up camp if you'd like, or go farther down the road if you wish.
Oh, we can't keep camp with you?
Yeah,
Are-
literally, look right across the road. You'll be
We're
pretty much right next to me.
Brother, we're just not sharing a bed with him.
He means like right here.
Literally right there.
Oh, I'll keep you warm though.
Please.
It is a
please.
safe spot, but the number should help too. No one's gonna come across two camps side by side, so.
Right, no one.
Foreshadowing. Yeah, I mean, it seems like a good spot to camp as any.
Okay.
Okay.
So everyone can take a long rest. I don't think I actually needed a long rest. But we're gonna do our break there so that my cats stop asking for food.
They will never.
You should feed those
You will
cats already, dude.
never
I've changed my
It's time to
smells.
feed the
They're
cats.
for this
Dying.
What'd you say? Nick?
I'm gonna change my smells.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Remember, long rest. Change anything out.
I cast enlarge on Brixham.
Yes! You are the short one.
Okay, be right back. Why is Keegan trading dogs?
Because that dog that got hurt was not his.
Oh, so he's giving it back. Okay.
Mike, could you add hold person in silence for me?
Hold person in silence.
No, you've
Yes.
already messed up. He wanted you to add hold person in silence, but then you
Oh,
yeah.
damn. Okay, you can't
Yeah.
get those spells now. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Brixton. I've got hold person. I can cast it on your behalf.
Thank you. I'll let you know when. Do it.
Oh, never mind. I don't have it. It's possible. I took something else instead. I've got Phantasmal Force, though, so I can make him sit down or else.
Or else. Okay, those are added.
Thank you.
There also is a little bit of downtime if everyone wants to work on anything with their tools. I feel like you've mostly gotten your basic supplies out of the way, but you can like tinker on stuff, maybe try and pick some herbs, see if you can find something with like survival or
Yeah,
that type of
That's a
thing.
great idea.
If this guy would buy glass from me, I would blow him some glass.
Oh, you know what? Actually, yeah, he would probably. Well, your bottles aren't fantastic, so.
Whoa, what the
The
hell?
bottles that you made.
So it's true they're not, but I could probably blow some regular ones that aren't super cool. If tonight, maybe. I don't know.
Sure. As everyone's going back to camp, you can talk to him and be like, "Yeah, I can buy some glass bottles. I know people like to have them for potions. What do you got there?"
Well, these ones are pretty jacked, but I can make some regular ones.
Yeah. Sometimes the most unique ones are the ones that they look for.
And I show him the one of the dragon that's missing a wing and maybe his mouth is a bit crooked.
Maybe not that kind of unique. I'll take some of the regular ones. What's your
But
price?
it's a one of a kind.
It is a one of a kind. That is
Okay.
true. It is
So-
terrifying to look at, though, and I don't want to scare away customers.
How much? What's a? Give me a range that like is real, and then I'll decide what I would charge him. But like, how much would one of these cost like on its own? If I was just like, if this was a
2
Costco,
gold pieces.
2 gold for like for a perfect. So I'd be like, I would sell them for a gold a piece then, while I'm still learning. They're like half price.
Do a persuasion check. He looks like he's on the fence as to whether he'd pay a gold.
I mean, I'm willing to haggle too.
No, like he might.
Okay.
You can do. I mean, he would probably if you don't. Okay, he would offer 5 silver then.
I'm gonna do a
And then you can
persuasion
do the
for
check
7.
after if you want to haggle it. Sure. I'll give you 6.
I'll take 6.
6 gold. That's crazy.
No takesy backsies. I'll do 6.
Sure. How are you gonna sell? You had
How many you want to buy? How many can I feasibly make?
With the glass you have left, if you want to sell the rest of your bundles off, you could probably sell 5.
I'll sell 5 at 6
can make
silver a piece. I'll make 3 gold.
3 gold? Sure.
Yeah. There we go.
While he's
what
glass
were you-
glowing, could I go forge
Sure, do survival check.
with guidance?
Sure. You were able to get stuff for like half of a healing potion.
Oh, sorry, my mic cut out. What was that?
You can be able to get stuff for like half of a healing potion. You're almost there. You're 1/2.
1/2 of the whole.
1/2 of the whole.
If I drink half of the half healing potion, do I get healed for half of a healing potion?
No, because you only drank half
No.
of half of a healing potion, so you only get a quarter of the healing.
Do I
No,
get a
you just
quarter of
take
the healing
half.
potion?
You take it as no. You just take damage.
Oh,
Because
the fuck?
that's how it works.
Ripple, did you add your healing potion?
I did not. Sorry, I have been in a different universe. Managing
Welcome back.
right.
Maybe. I don't know.
Potion of healing,
Yes.
superior.
Nope.
I have been told you all sound like a podcast.
what?
We do make a podcast. A good podcast.
This would be a terrible podcast.
Best freaking podcast around.
Family podcast.
Family.
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 Rim
Hey,
rim.
Nom, why are you being weird all the way back there?
Family. Family.
So did we steal this guy's cart in the night or not?
Oh, hey, why do we got you here? Since you've been on the road, have you seen this man?
Minor illusion on the poster.
Yeah.
Oh. I think so. I think I've seen someone like that. Tall, imposing figure. Robes,
Yes.
staff.
Seems
All
like
blue.
a good-natured fellow, but then we'll stab your mom when you're not looking.
Oh.
That's how I feel about my stepdad.
Crazy thing. What?
Who's your
What?
stepdad?
What?
You mean uncle?
That's just Unk. You know he's crazy.
That's just Unky Malhoun.
I'm gonna glaze
Sorry
over
for him.
that.
He's crazy. He's adopted. It never took.
He's
What?
adopted. I mean, judging by the family chant, I'm guessing you're all family.
We
No,
are.
just 5 strangers who randomly came together over
Well,
Our
this
so
mother
one
was
thing that
our
their
mother
family
was a
did.
homunculus, and our father was a changeling.
I'm gonna
I
take
share
it.
50% blood with the short one.
My. I'm just gonna take
How
a
did you
wild
get that
guess
blood?
here and say that you're all adopted,
How
or at
dare
least maybe
you?
one of you isn't.
How dare you for being so bold?
I'm
Well,
yes,
old
you
but
know we
correct.
grew up in a house with only lead paint.
We ate nothing but microplastics. Lived in a house made with lead paint. What do you expect from us?
I don't think that would turn you into different species, though.
We don't really know yet. We've got to wait
What does
another
that have to
40
do with
years.
Well, live those last 4 years of your life great, I guess. Have fun.
Wait, we are?
No.
I thought we were still counting up, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
So yeah, I did. I have seen him. He was on his road to the east. Not his road, this road. I don't think he owns the road here.
Probably very expensive to buy a road.
He looked like he had some fancy robes, I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, bold of him to walk in with that kind of money, or looking like he has that much kind of money. Especially through Bree. Bree's not a bad place, but there are people that would definitely steal from you.
So you're saying we should watch our
Might
backs
seem
and
bad to
Bree
you guys,
a little
but
bit?
might seem bad to you guys, but to everyone in neutral zone, it's just average. They're not going to stab you, but yeah, don't watch your back watch your pockets. You don't need to watch your back. No one's going to stab you, but they might take your stuff.
Good to know.
Well, now, if everyone is okay and has what they need, I do need to get a good night's rest before the travels. I do like to make sure I'm rested before I get on the road.
You want me to tell you a bedtime story?
No.
Razor, you can come to our tent, buddy. We'd love to hear a bedtime story. For the people who were BRB'd, I made 3 gold blowing glass. Which is exactly what it sounds like.
Wow, he paid you to watch?
I don't need to know what you do in your personal life.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
You know glass too.
Doesn't everybody?
Lead paint.
Microplastics.
Everyone doesn't wake up in the morning. You're all dead.
Yay!
I knew they were. I knew it was bad for us.
We completed the campaign.
Doesn't matter how we ended it. This is
We
the credits.
finally
We
did
won.
it. We TPK'd through annoyance.
Now for my secret strategy. I just
don't
keep
wanna
re-rolling
know.
Resort. Because they're bored in clutches of thousands.
You lose 1 limb every time that you reborn yourself as Krezor.
I have 2 bonus ones. Let's go.
All right, Mataro, why don't you calm down?
Okay, you wake up. Totally fine. And you
Damn it.
make your way towards Bree. He is there when you wake up. And he goes with you towards Bree, like you had
Was he-
previously discussed.
Did he wake up before all of us?
Yep.
Nice.
He was
But I
awake.
only,
greeted
but I
you all
only
in the morning.
pranced for 4 hours.
He was somehow still awake. He's a light sleeper.
But he went to bed early.
Mm-hmm.
He's like the NPC.
The
They just don't
NPC
hear it.
Staring at us the entire time.
Anytime we
Nope.
looked over, he was there, but anytime we weren't looking, he was automatically in his thing sleeping. It's crazy.
You, Ripple would see him as you were waking up. He taps the lantern a couple times. It goes out, and he folds it up into a small little hand lantern, as opposed to a standing one, and puts it in the cart.
That sneaky son of a
Lugs
bitch.
the barrels. Lugs the barrels in, gets the horses all set up. As everyone's slowly waking up, like, always good to get up bright and early. You guys ready to hit the road?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Resort does a
Wonderful.
backflip to stretch out and says, "Let's go."
Let's go.
Do
You
we
insist.
Mechanically, do we still have the +1 from Hobbiton today?
No. Rip,
Fair
rip,
enough.
110 HP.
Why
Now
did
we-
we even have to wake up? Oh.
Yeah, we could have just slept until we needed it, and then we could eat the one in our pockets. Now we know.
Now you know. Hey, so you make your way to Bree. Bree is a more typical town. The walls around it are made of wood. The buildings are a maximum of like 2 to 3 stories. It looks a little bit more worse for wear than what you are used to. Some of the wood seems to be rotting a little bit in places, but you also see places where they've done some repairs. Like they're trying to keep up with it. They're keeping up with it to the point where it's still a feasible town, but it looks like it might be starting to get a little bit out of hand.
Is it
And
like
as you,
one woodcutter dying away from decaying?
it's
Like it's
still probably like 2 to 3 woodcutters dying away from decaying. They're barely keeping up with it.
Keep that in mind if they offend us, boys.
No.
We'll kill all your woodcutters. So yeah, you go up to the gate. There's a person watching it. Opens a little hole. What brings you to Bree? Travelers?
Official business.
Do we show him the
Thank
wanted
you.
poster, or do
Thank
we
you
just
so
leave
much.
it at official business?
That makes me very happy.
Peter would actually laugh at that. Oh my god.
He like looks around and is like, okay, come in. And then he opens the door.
I wasn't gonna yell our business is our own.
Yeah, that'll be the next thing. But he lets you in. We just do it for show, scare off anyone that's up.
No worries.
Everyone, you're allowed. Welcome. Probably want to make your way to the Prancing Pony. It's a good tavern. Got a weaponsmith, armor smith.
That's one hell of a tavern.
Not in the tavern. Not in the tavern. It looks at the merchant. It's like, you can go if you want to offload any goods or buy anything. Those places.
I like it.
Yeah. I need specific business that brings you in. I might be able to point you in the right direction.
You harbor enemies of the state, do you not?
Oh shit. IT hurts coming out the nose.
I both love this and hate this all at the same time. And it's
Well,
great.
We're tracking a wanted criminal.
Minor illusion on the poster.
Yeah, bring out the poster, minor illusion. We're
I
getting
think I've
really
seen
good
that guy.
at this
He
by
came through
now.
town.
I can hold it up and he can make it pop out that way now. We don't have to lay it down.
Getting better at this.
I think I saw him go to the Prancing Pony, talk to the innkeeper a little bit. Probably be your
How
best
long
bet for
ago
that
was
one.
Are there any rangers
No.
we could hire in the tavern?
There's this one
Maybe like
shadowy
me.
figure that sits at one of the tables.
Perfect.
Wait, is he a Dunedain?
Does he go by the name of Strider?
No, there are no rangers that you specifically know of.
Fuck.
You can go. I forget what the question was before the ranger. There was a legitimate question somewhere in there.
My
long
question
ago
was
did you-
legit.
How long ago? There you go.
Did you see a ranger named Strider?
It's
Thank you.
probably been, geez, a week, 4 days. Not that long.
More of a lead than I wanted to hear.
Did he do anything other than go to the Prancing Pony in this town?
Not that I know of. I'd go talk to the innkeeper. He's got to know more. I
So we
think
shall.
the traveling merchant does a little bounds like, fancy meeting all of you. Hope I see you again at some point. I'll probably be heading out farther east today, so if I get out there before you, maybe I'll see you on the road again.
Nice meeting you.
Maybe next time we can get that alchemy job.
Doubtful, but thank you.
Only if you use the same riddle.
Yeah, how many riddles do you have to choose from? What's our odds here of getting the same riddle?
What's the
I
over under?
got riddles for days.
Ah.
New
That's
one every
not a-
time.
Not an amount that riddles can take.
Days. For
What is
days. Okay. And he heads on out. Matt, you guys go to the Prancing Pony. Unless you want to stop by and, I mean, you already have supplies. There really isn't a need
We should
to
go shopping
resupply.
again, actually.
There's no reason to shop. You haven't done anything that would require shopping, and Bree isn't like a big place as far as it wouldn't have anything crazy as far as good goes. But you make your way to the tavern. It is a good-sized tavern. It's I mean, it's morning, so there's not a ton of people there. People are getting their breakfast, and these people have a ale with their breakfast. You have the bar in the center, and then a bunch of tables around the outside. There's a fireplace all the way to the north, and then a shady table with no one sitting at it in the corner.
No.
Do they have a pumpkin ale?
You can ask.
You just did.
Barkeep.
Okay.
Hello.
Oh, hello. What can I get for you, fine gentlemen?
I am seeking a pumpkin ale.
Pumpkin ale? Let me see what I got on tap. And he goes, before I head out back to go check that, anything anyone else wants? I have
You
your
also probably
basic
wants a whole
mead and
pumpkin.
ale as well. Huh? That might be a little bit rougher, but I need to go out back to check and see if we have any pumpkin ale.
One,
yeah,
two, if you
before
can
I
find
Glass
some.
of water.
2 glass of water, easy. Anything else for the other 2?
I'd take a mead.
1 meat, I know that I have that. Last one?
I'll take some kind of soup.
He'll take a milk.
Kombucha. Get him kombucha.
Is that what you want?
It drives my girlfriend crazy that I drink milk.
I drink milk too.
It's so
You
good.
do,
Like
and
it.
it's
I
just...
love milk.
It's so good.
Is there something wrong
It
with
is.
it?
There are people who vehemently don't like milk. And
Yeah,
you don't
some.
realize that those people exist unless you're a milk drinker because they,
then
like,
you
they look at
really
they
know
look
they
at you in,
exist.
yeah, they look at you in
Like,
horror.
I don't know. I know.
If you would like to know my opinion on milk, I will come to your house, drink some milk, and stay there for the next 3 hours.
I didn't realize there were that
can't
many
have
people
milk.
that were that against
He
it.
can have milk. He's had
Well, he shouldn't
dairy
have
at my
milk.
house. He just has pills for it.
I mean,
Right.
yeah. So I'm
it-
gonna have
what-
soup.
Soup? Soup it is.
Yeah.
He goes by. He
Whole
goes
glass
back.
of soup.
He does not have any pumpkin ale.
Oh, this place sucks. Let's go.
And he comes back and is like, I got the meat, I got the soup, I got the water. I don't have any pumpkin ale. Sorry. Anything else I can get you?
If you gave him a beer and an actual pumpkin, I'm sure he'd be happy.
I don't have any form of pumpkin. We must not have gotten a shipment from Hobbiton recently.
Gourd?
Gourd? I can check,
A
but I'm
leather
not.
shoe.
I do have leather shoes.
Perfect. Labor. Alright.
What kind of soup is it?
It's a wolf meat stew.
Oh, sure, I'll have some soup. Why not?
See, I made a
Soup it
good
is.
choice.
He goes and he gets the soup, and then he brings out a leather shoe. It looks pretty old. Tattered. You sure you want to eat this?
Does it hold beer?
I don't have a leather shoe that can hold beer.
Yeah, then I'll pass. I'll just take beer in
Okay.
a regular mug.
Okay. And anyone for the other person that wanted pumpkin ale?
I just asked for
Stew?
soup.
There was stew. That's right. And he goes and he gets soup and he gets the regular for Crazor. What brings you by? What brings you to Bree? I always like to hear a good story. Got a good amount
We're
of
looking
travelers
for
through
the
here.
Our
Daddy,
business
he
is
stabbed
our
it.
own.
He stabbed a speaker.
We do the whole poster, the special effects.
He's probably accompanied with ring wraiths.
That reminds me.
Yeah,
we
I
should
know.
spend the night in this town.
I talked to him for a little bit. He was asking about the remains of a tower that's in the center of this zone. Headed out that
Tell
way.
me more?
There's a cursed tower in the center of the zone. Way back
Okay.
when, before the end time, there was a talk. There used to be a evil something. No one goes near it.
An
That's
evil
for-
something, huh?
That's all we know here.
I'm trying to roll a history
So-
check, but
Also, can you repeat that? I thought there was
I've
going
lost
to be
connection
more.
to the server.
Here, I
You're
got
getting
you.
it back, it looks like, right now. But yeah,
Um,
you definitely lost connection at first. There we go.
I've heard of that tower.
I kind
You
of.
would. It's like a... by evil tower, it's something that... it's said to curse people that go by it and they'll, like, search it
and
with
that's
some form of... They never come back the same.
Was there a
Or they
fiery
just don't
eye
come
on this
back at
one,
all.
or is this a different tower?
He doesn't know. It's just...
No,
it's
do
a
I know?
tower. You don't know the history of Lord of the Rings.
so.
Right, I guess.
So
If
Now,
you were looking for your own aspect, if he described it, yes, it does look like there would have been a fiery eye there, but it got
shit.
destroyed many times.
many weeks ago.
No.
At least a
Like-
couple hours previous to that.
It looks like the tower that after the ring was thrown into the lava, it's like rubble, but has bits and pieces of it still.
So that's where Malhoun went, or this is
He
something.
went in that direction. Yep. He was asking about it. I imagine he went in that direction.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, it's evil. And
I
he's
tend not
evil.
to ask business. You got a wanted poster there of him, so I'm guessing it's not something good.
Touche.
Maybe he's collecting the Infinity Stones of this universe.
I can.
Maybe he's going for the record for bad things he can accomplish.
I
Is he with
can.
anyone else?
Nobody was solo. I can help you out a little bit if you help us out a little bit as well. I can get you there directly if you're trying to get after him.
With eagles?
Nope.
You fools.
Fly you. Just help out Bree a little bit. I can give you. What do we need help with? There's been. There has been a. Looks like a mother owl bear that's been terrorizing the town for the last few weeks. She comes and goes occasionally. Depressing fact, she's been picking off children specifically. So.
Hey, you can make more of those. Owl bears are endangered. I did not say that.
He just looks at you in horror. He's like, "Why? Those was my son."
We could look into the owl bear thing. I don't know how long we have to stay in town is the problem.
Well, wait.
You in a rush?
Well, if we stay here, he's getting further ahead of us, correct?
But this dude said he could take us directly there.
Well, so there's two problems. There's Malhoun getting further away from us, and then there's also the Chrono Wolf that's chasing us.
Right, no, we know that.
Yeah.
He
think
would
we're used-
specify that he has specifically fast horses and the directions towards it he could loan if you help him out.
Oh,
Better
well,
horses.
okay, let's
Make
help
it go a
him.
little bit faster.
In that case, yes, but yeah. How many days ahead of the Chrono Wolf do we think we are?
You're exactly 3. You were 3 to 4, but you lost when you went straight with the merchant. So you're at
If we
3 days.
spend no more than a day, I suppose we could.
Also, I feel like we would know that Owlbear should be. I guess I don't even know. This is D&D 5.5, but like, we would know that an Owlbear should be a challenge for us by D&D 5e standards.
But this is me and
Yeah.
5e together,
Yeah, this is
so you
true.
don't know.
Which means it's guaranteed lethal to the party.
That's not true.
But I guess I'm just pointing out it's not like a nothing mob. It's not like going to fight a big rat. Like this could
No,
be
I understand
yeah.
owl bears are big news, but most people don't have a flamethrower.
This is
That's
this
right.
is true.
Ripple's got a really good point.
I often forget we have a flamethrower.
You do I maybe ask some questions around town, so I might be able to help you figure out exactly where it is if anyone's seen it. Also, we do have a local library if you need anything.
I'm already
It's not
there,
in
and
the
I just start
best
storming off where I
condition.
think a library would be.
Is everyone going to the library? Or you guys gonna some of you gonna split for a bit? You could
That's-
ask around, or you could do some research, or a third thing if you'd like to do a third random thing. You can do whatever you want. This is D&D.
I'll sit in the middle of town.
Sure.
Practice
I'd
your coin
probably
tricks.
Do I need to collect?
ask around, I guess.
Sure.
Do I need to
What were you saying?
collect supplies at all to continue glass blowing, or can I just always do it?
You would need to pay. It would be a gold to get enough to make another series of glass blowing things. Some glass.
I would go buy some stuff.
Sure.
Actually, I wouldn't ask around. I'd go around the outskirts of town to see if I can pick up any trails or any traces
sure.
of it.
Sure.
And I mean,
I was gonna say, I think Cruiser would be doing some patrol.
Buying wouldn't take that long.
I was gonna say I wouldn't
could
mind
ask while
following
buying,
someone
too.
around and then just be like, hey,
Yeah.
can we just stop in that place on the we'll just make sure we go by that.
Well, you're not
place.
following Ripple around because Ripple's already.
No,
in the
I don't want to go to
library.
the library.
He's so
but, like,
fast.
I'm thinking like
He
it
just
sounds like
materialized in there.
sounds like other people are gonna walk around town.
I
I'll
cast
walk.
expeditious retreat on myself so I get there faster.
It sounds like other people are gonna go around town. I would go with someone if we could stop there on the way by.
Sure,
What
you
do
can
you
go
do?
with me.
Okay.
I got charm person and can help on checks.
We
I
wasn't
don't-
talking to people specifically,
I
but
think we need them for what I'll be doing.
Perhaps
you just doing
not.
survival.
We'll see what happens.
Oh, God.
All that's left is Brixham. Where are you headed?
Into the library.
Okay. We'll do the library first. So you make your way to the library. There is a librarian out front. There are a good amount of books, and they're decently organized. But this is it looks like it's a cobbled together collection of various languages. Seems to be the big hiccup with this one. There is a section on. I think Albert's a monstrosity. I knew that. On monstrosities. I almost said aberrations. That's not correct.
I'll take 2 aberrations. Please and thank you.
You have a couple of books you can choose from of various languages that look decent. What do you find one that's in common? There's one in Elvish and there's one in Abyssal.
I take the one in Elvish.
Okay. You also could take the one in the more you take, the better. It depends on how much you can read.
Does anybody read Abyssal? Do I read Abyssal?
I
I'll
can
take
read
the common and the Elvish one. Is this library an actual library, or is it like the other one where I don't have to give these books back?
You would give the books back. What did you say, Frank? What did you say about?
I said, can you take the books from the library?
Yeah, as long as you bring them back within 24 hours.
I can't speak Abyssal. Never mind. I thought I could.
Yeah,
I
it's
think you're
it's
infernal,
close.
right? You didn't take the
Yeah.
Abyssal.
I'm actually not even
like-
infernal.
Draconic.
Yeah, it's draconic.
Interesting.
Yeah, the with the background, with the changes to races being backgrounds now, it's a little different what you get.
Yeah.
Because
Sure.
now it's kind of nice because, like, let's say he was in, if we're all of our race but we live in the Underdark, what are the odds that we know to speak our racial language and not Undercommon?
Right.
Right.
Which would have helped us significantly in the Underdark
That is true.
campaign.
That would. have
I will
helped
take
you.
the common and the Elvish one, and I'll start studying the Elvish one because
Sure.
if I don't have time, I can give the common one to somebody else. But I don't think anybody else speaks Elvish.
So roll
I
a
think I'll-
invest. Actually, no. It would just take an investigation check to see how fast you read it. You read through it pretty quickly. You're able to, as you take it and kind of walk down the street. I'm guessing Brixham is like trying to make sure you don't run into anyone. You're able to get a bit of information. You know that owlbears are extremely territorial beings. They aren't specifically aggressive unless they are encroached upon most times. So it does seem like strange behavior. You also know that specifically the older mother owl bears tend to have stronger hides than your normal owl bear. None of them really enjoy fire. It doesn't seem to do more to them, but they seem to be scared of it. And because of their strong hides, acid, if it can eat through it, tends to hurt it more.
Exciting if we had gotten that jug of mayonnaise. One of the things it could have made was acid.
And that's what you got. And as far as strong hides, it doesn't go super far into it, but it does. The one thing it mentions is that the strong hide is good against, as in weapons that do like a scimitar slashing seems to have an issue getting through the hide.
Any reference on what speaking to animals to an owlbear does in this literature?
You can still speak. You can speak to it, and it can speak words back to you. It's
not that
close
I have
enough.
the ability
It is
to
a
do that.
monstrosity. You have multiple people in the group that do have it, though. If it does make note that if an owl bear is enraged due to its territorial nature, if it feels threatened, it is difficult to speak to it. It doesn't seem to make note as to exactly how to calm it down, but it does allude to the fact that studies showed there could be aggressive and non-aggressive ways to potentially do that.
If we kill this mother owlbear, will the baby owlbear show up at our campsite later, and then potentially
This
stay
is
there
not
till we
Baldur's
beat it?
Gate 3 now.
I mean, it basically is, but
I'm less interested.
So as far as the outskirts, sir, you can do, everyone that's going to the outskirts do a survival check.
Okay.
And don't worry, it's a total, so if you have bad survival, you're still adding to the number. That'd be Anam and Gabagolia.
Wow.
Look at you both with 4 survival. Gabagolia, what do you got with survival?
A 1.
is he
Can I-
scouting? I
Fucking
didn't think
around,
he
it
was
was
scouting.
a Mike.
He walked with you guys.
campaign.
He went for a little bit to go grab some glass. But then he met back up with you guys to scout. Damn, that's survival. What's your
Oh.
plus to survival? You
Oh,
still rolled an
shoot.
18 though.
My plus
You rolled
to
an 18, I'll take that.
survival it's +1 instead of +2.
Okay, so you got a 19.
Yeah.
That's still great. You are actually able to pretty much
Wow.
you find the tracks that go in and out of town of this owl bear. Like, you have a good sense that if you wanted to, you could track it down to its nest.
Well, that's
Go.
well. We should probably
Check
get
that
the
box
other
off.
guys first.
Oh, well, yeah, that.
No, I'm going by myself. See you.
Okay, so should we?
Hold on,
How
let me
much money do you
spell
have
lower.
in Nom?
Yeah.
Can you just help
Yeah.
us pay for your funeral before you leave?
Yeah,
that way,
here's
if
my
we
money.
can't, get the money off your body, we. Or you could just wait like 3 minutes.
One of the people that are walking around, the guard at the gate that originally saw you, see you looking at tracks and kind of going around the outskirts, he's like, hunting? You guys on a hunt?
Yeah.
I
Used
heard
to
you
be a
had an
hunter
owl
myself.
bear problem.
We do.
Not
We
for
definitely
long.
do.
Well,
We
hopefully.
We
oh, you
hope
guys are
to-
going after it?
We hope to fix that problem.
If you're going after, you might want to stop by.
I
Not
thought you
our
were just gonna
leader.
say you might want to stop.
No, he's not our leader. We didn't have an official leader, but he's one of the original founders of Bria a little while ago. By a little while, I mean many years.
Oh yeah, no.
Lindar Wyndham, not
So,
Wyndham.
okay,
Wyndham.
and I'm not opposed to doing this, but he would be interested in hearing from us before we do this.
Yeah, I mean, he might even have some information. I mean, he's been here for a long time. He doesn't seem to know. He hasn't opened up to us too much about it, but I mean, if you've been here, maybe he's seen the nest. Maybe he can help you out. Something about fighting an owl bear a long time ago, potentially. He was a hunter.
All
But he's old
information
now.
is probably a good thing for us to have, so we'll consider it for sure. Where would we find this person if we were gonna look for him?
Oh, just near the center of town. Just a big, well, it's like a 3-room house. It's a good house.
What's the name?
Lindar Wyndham.
Lindar Wyndham.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Windar Lindum.
Exactly.
Landon.
Windy,
Got
windy,
it.
windy, windy. Just something to keep track, to touch base with him.
I
See
do
if he has
have
anything.
the ability to put a snare down. I think this would be a good use of that.
Yeah, seems like it could be beneficial, maybe.
At the very least, it'll slow it down.
Yeah.
I think he'll just trap it and take care of the problem for us completely.
And then we'll have
Owlbears
our
are
own
strong.
pet owl bear, just like we wanted.
Yeah, we'll
Look,
go.
At this point,
we'll
the
meet with
spell-
everyone
snare
would meet. Everyone
is
would
a
meet up, or
dex
we'll be able to go the rest of
check.
the time.
See, I would tell them that there's this guy that we should apparently go talk to who might know a thing or two about a thing or two.
As everyone meets up. That's nice.
And
Anyway,
also, we
an owl
picked
bear.
up the trace of the owl bear.
Yeah, and we found out where to go, but this guy seems like he might have some good information. What'd you learn? What'd you guys do?
I tell them all about the book stuff I got, the acid to the hide, the territorial stuff. If they're real mad, they won't listen if we talk to. If they're real mad about territory, they probably won't listen to us if we try to talk to it. But if it's not about that, we might be able to talk to it. They're scared of fire, but not weak to fire.
Hmm.
And they're resistant to slashing.
All of them are named John.
I don't know
That must
about
get
that.
confusing.
It definitely does
That's
at
why they're
Owlbear
cranky all
family
the time.
reunions.
Do we have any way to add acid to our weapons?
I have the weapon oil.
Okay.
Yeah,
Assuming-
you would.
Do you have any acid in those books of yours?
You could
I'd
magically
there-
immune them if you had any acid for sure.
Well,
and
so
you could
is
try and get
there-
some. What?
Let me hold on. Let me get creative here. I just gotta look at my spell list. Is there a rain barrel nearby us?
Yeah, you'd be able to find a rain barrel. pretty
I'm
easily.
going to inside the rain barrel cast chromatic orb with the acid modifier inside the rain bottle and let the spell fizzle out until we have a barrel full of acid.
Sure.
Well, what
I have
happened to the
nothing against it.
barrel?
Just do the. That's actually a really good point. How good is acid at eating away wood?
So it's going to be based on a time thing.
You'll be
It-
slowly-ish, right?
It would be slowly, so it might work for what we're doing. Acid is pretty slow at eating through material, so I would give it at, depending on how strong the acid is and the type of acid that it is, maybe give it a day.
Magic acid, so I'd say a little bit less time than a day,
Okay.
but it still is a while. Because like magic acid is
What
strong.
about like a bucket full of vinegar?
So I manage. It's a 4,000 gallon vessel that we refill once a month, full of 93% purity sulfuric acid. At work for a while.
A
So
lot of stuff.
yeah,
God, I know where all the bodies disappear in Burlington. Jesus Christ.
you don't want to open
Do
that
you-
one. It's unpleasant.
Well, actually, you can harvest it pretty. You can get the acid.
I
pretty
just gotta
easily,
burn a
yes,
spell
it's made-
slot.
Yeah. Just burn your spell slot for chromatic orb. And you're able to get enough so that you can coat everyone's weapon for.
And
I
then
mean, you
how,
could end up getting.
how many oils do I need to
um,
burn? How many people are actually?
You would be able to get 5 out of that barrel easily. You could technically get more. Actually, no, you could get up to 20 because you have 20 vials that you
I
can
just
turn
assume
to
that we
oil,
don't
but-
want 20 of straight acid version.
Right, that's up to you how much you'd want out of it then.
How many people are looking for an acid damaging oil for their
I'll take
weapon?
one.
Okay. so there's one.
Really?
I mean, I will take one.
I can make up to 20. So like I have 20 on me. They're already made. I just have to we just have to acid
Imbue
make
them.
acid.
Can I
Fair.
put like a little acid vial on the tip of an arrow?
Sure, you'd be able to get 5 arrows from a single vial. You could put it on the tip, is what I'm saying, rather than
Okay.
do.
And these weapon oils aren't for me. I am a mage. I can't use them. They're for you guys. We can make.
Correct. They only
So
work on
don't-
weapons.
While you're deciding that, I'm gonna get some water.
I'm just gonna attack its brain. So
I'm gonna attack its theater of the mind.
I don't necessarily need one.
Do you want some? I mean, you attack with weapons, right? I just physically don't, so it doesn't.
I do, but they're soul knives that deal psychic damage. So I can't coat them in anything.
How
Gotcha.
many?
You never do a ranged attack?
I can throw that is my ranged attack.
So I guess
is my
the
melee
thing-
attack.
The thing
Although
is,
I have regular daggers on me.
you're in the same boat as me, where there might come a time where only, like, we need poison damage to move forward. So like, it doesn't hurt to
I'll
have
take a
one.
vial. I'll take a vial.
How many vials
So
do you
I'm-
got?
I have 20
Okay.
charges that
I-
we can do. I'm just asking how many we want to be acid type, and we can do this again.
Yeah, like I wouldn't mind having one, because like if we end up each like over time getting one of each kind, then we're just kind of
Tablets
set.
can change your psychic daggers, by the way, into class features.
I'm gonna make.
What?
I'm gonna make 6 acid vials.
Well, it's not
I'm
like
gonna give.
there's never going to be anything resistant to psychic, so I didn't want to make it so you are useless if something's resistant to psychic. So tablets can change the dagger.
I'm gonna
It's like
make
a dagger.
6 acid vials. One's gonna go to Anam. One is gonna go to Gabagulio. 2 will go to Kreezor, and 2 will go to Brixham.
And that's a vial of poison oil,
Acid oil.
acid oil. Okay.
And I will reduce my weapon oils down to 14.
Sure.
Oh crap.
Are you going to mark the barrel of that has acid in it still, or you're just going to let it eventually seep
You
out?
know,
the
I
box?
hadn't considered what the next step would be. I just got really excited that we could do it. So the reason I have acid at work is to make more acid with. So I professionally make more acid. So I was just really excited.
amazing.
I got to do my job in D&D.
Look, I'm actually very upset that I have not gotten any of your acid.
What would you do with
Don't want to ask those kind of questions.
Yeah. You don't want to know.
Roz, you know what my LLC is, right?
No. This, in fact, is the first I'm hearing of it.
Yeah, I have an LLC called Keegan's Body Disposal Service LLC.
That doesn't
Oh,
seem
that's it.
correct.
LLC. Family.
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 We've only got like half an hour left, guys. I think we're stuck in family now till like at least then, right? So
Family.
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 Family. Family. You asked for
So
this family.
you're able to get the acid for your various weapons. It is that can be applied before combat, and it'll stay for since it is the stable version. It'll go for 4 hits. Alcohol would do, and it does a 1d6 of acid damage. Alcohol would do a d8 and only last for 2 hits.
Interesting.
But yeah, you got your acid. You know not to slash. Are you gonna go talk to Linda, or are you just going after the thing?
Let's go talk to Lindar.
He's in the
Should go
middle
talk to
of
Lindar.
town.
Windham.
Yeah, I would like
Lindar.
to find out what Mr. Lindar knows. Even if we have to torture it out of him.
I
What?
think he'll be willing to talk to us freely.
I'm sure he's a nice guy.
Sure, he's reasonable. Why?
I'm gonna just wait and see when we get there, and if he's, I'll
It's a
decide
little
how to act
patch in the
based
middle
on
of
how it
town.
is.
There's a little bit of grass and a little bit of a yard, and you see the house. It's not actually Mayor of Bree. I just named it that way so I could easily see where the file is. Mayor in quotes.
Mayor in
But yeah.
quotes.
Well, because they don't technically have a mayor or a leader, but he's kind of their leader.
They're
He's
an
leader in basic.
anarcho-socialist commune.
Right.
Exactly. You get it. But
I
yeah,
knock on the
the
door.
house is in front of you.
Let's go up to the door.
Okay. Knock the door. Says, come in. Come in.
Well, hello!
Well,
So you see a room. There is a large desk next to behind the desk is, or not desk, a table with a bunch of papers and scrolls and whatnot on it. Behind that table is a older gentleman, long hair, long beard. Looks like he has a decent amount of war or just scars in general, possibly from the hunting that you were told about. And behind him is a fireplace that is roaring. It is definitely on the hot side as far as the house goes. And well, welcome. What brings you all here today?
Official business.
Well, I mean, it is
Ripple.
partially my business.
Well,
I
in a
pull
weird
out the wanted
roundabout
sign.
way, now our new official business is to deal with an owl bear in town, so we can get with our actual official
Whoa.
business, which is to track down an attempted murderer of a counselor.
Pull out the wanted poster. Hit it, bricks him.
I don't need.
I think I might have seen that man a little bit. I don't remember. Did you talk to the bad person who owns the tavern?
We
Yes,
did.
yes,
I
yes.
think
We've
so.
gone through all
Okay.
that. We know where he's going. He'll help us more
We
if we
came
deal
to
with the
you.
owl bear that keeps
I appreciate that.
attacking citizens.
We were told
This
you
is
might
terrible.
have information
children.
about the owl
And we were
bear.
about to go out and deal with the owl bear, but somebody said that there was a hunter with owl bear knowledge who founded the town here. And we thought,
Right, yeah.
why not chat with him?
So
Are you him?
That's you.
That be ye.
that
correct?
is you're correct.
Him.
I do know a good amount about owl bears. What would you like to know?
Well, why do we think that this one is just choosing now to attack the town?
I don't
It
know.
sounds,
Why?
from my reading, it seems like it's usually a territorial thing, but this town has been here for a long time.
Exactly. I don't know. It all seems so strange. I don't know.
It also sounds like it might be a mother owl bear. Is there an owl bear cub somewhere around?
Not that I know. No.
Did the terrorist known as Muldoon do something? When did this occur?
I don't know. It's probably been it's been about three weeks since the first attack.
How long ago was Muldoon here?
Just a few days, I think I saw him.
A few days ago?
hmm
Well,
If you could just, I mean, if you deal with it, good for you. Anything
you
I
have any
could do,
recommendations or suggestions?
don't underestimate it. Don't make the mistake that I've seen people make with specifically mother owl bears. Don't try and hit it with anything blunt. It doesn't really do anything to it.
Roger that. No blunt weapons. How's it like flamethrowers?
Doesn't like fire. If you could just put it down quickly and that be done with it, that'd be great.
Just because we had good parents, is there a peaceful way to get him to this owl bear to move on?
I don't think so.
Well, we tried.
Have you interacted it with it in any way?
He's like, just no, never.
Is
What's
he
your
telling
middle
the
name?
truth?
You can roll an insight check.
I know it's going to happen, and I hate it so much.
It's gonna be so low.
Oh
no,
my
He's-
god!
he's definitely not telling you something.
All right. Look, sir, we really want to help you out, but I feel like you're withholding some information from us.
Possibly talking about. He looks like he's kind of shifting his weight a little bit. Now everyone can kind of see he's feeling uncomfortable. He's
Joking
visibly
about the
now.
whole torturing the information out of him, but I'm not opposed.
No, stop.
We're not torturing people, and also no.
I mean,
Oh,
he'll
let's
say
start guessing what a secret is. Were you married to a druid, and then you pissed her off, and now she is in an owlbear form, tormenting the countryside?
Oh, I don't have a secret. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna insight check. I don't have a secret.
You know you don't even have to insight check.
that. he's being Mr. Shifty.
Anam's insight check and pushing has made him very visibly uncomfortable.
Can I cast Charm Person?
Sure. He doesn't have. We'll see. What's your saving throw?
DC 14.
He has 0 to wisdom, so it's a 12. He's charmed.
Listen. Oh, actually, I can't do it because you charmed me.
Yeah,
What do you
Rexham's
know
the
about
friend.
this owlbear?
Look, we didn't know what was going to happen. When we founded Bree, we made friends with
Built
that.
it on a burial ground?
Let him finish.
It'd be our burial ground. We were friends with an owl bear in the region. Its nest happened to be exactly where we needed it to build. There was no good land anywhere else. We thought we could just move it. We were friends with the owl bear. We thought if we just pick up the nest and move it, you would understand. You know, we could talk to it and say, "Hey, we're just getting you a better position so we can build." When owl bears see their young being moved, they're on board. They get very angry.
But that was years ago.
That's Jim didn't mean to. He was carrying the egg and he swung it around so quickly to defend himself. He put it right in her path, her talent.
Do you think it's the same Jim as
Your best
Jim?
friend. That's what he does.
Jim went out into the dark zones and never heard from him ever again. The owl bear ended up smashing its own egg. Ran away in sorrow, and then it seems to be back for revenge. It knows I'm still here.
So the owlbear is intelligent enough to blame you instead of Jim?
Owlbears aren't dumb. He blames the 4 of us that were here that founded Bree. I'm the only one left in
Does
Bree
it know
that's still
common?
here. Thinking it was common.
No, does he know common?
The owlbear?
Yeah.
The mother owlbear? The she owlbear?
She, yes. Does she know common?
I don't think so. Why?
It's just
We're just figuring out how we're going to communicate with this thing. It suddenly puts a different spin on what we were about to go do.
the owlbear was intelligent enough to know that a cohort of 4 people were to blame for killing her egg, so I'm kind of trying to figure out how that works exactly if it doesn't comprehend language.
I can speak with animals.
That I
probably
can
can speak
too.
with it.
Yeah, we're fine, actually. We're overthinking this.
You're overthinking this.
I like to bring us
I
all
was
down
worried.
with me.
Well, I mean, yeah, so we go and talk to her, but, like, what are we going to be able to offer? we're not just going to walk up to her and be like,
We might be able to
"Hey,
explain it. Maybe.
How about you stop? It was a mistake."
I think we just say it's an oopsie doodle.
Sorry, you're born child. It's
Do you-
just an oopsie doodle. Sure.
I mean,
Sorry, was I trying to add some levity to the situation? But no, you're right. We should go with your solution and murder her. Yes, fair.
I didn't say that was a correct call either.
I didn't say it, Nom. I said this
Oh.
great.
He didn't
old man.
actually say that. No, he just was like he I mean, I'm too much of a coward to do it myself. You could just offer me. Not that I have
Don't
many
want
years
to
left.
offer you. That does not feel good either.
No, that's also a bad decision.
That end the problem?
Why don't we try this? Or at least this would make me feel better. Why don't you come with us? We have a translator.
oh,
We can
I-
try to apologize, explain that the one who did it isn't here anymore. And you can get anything off your chest that you're looking to get off of. And if she attacks us, then we'll defend you. But you at least said how you feel. You look like you've lived a sorry life afterwards. You look miserable.
Think about it, Ingrid.
And to be fair, this is one of the easiest trolley problems that we could possibly have. So
It's true.
Shall we
I think
escort you?
this is only the easiest trolley problem that we could have because we could just leave. We don't have to do this.
right, that too. But I mean, if we have to pull the lever on the trolley, it still is him dying or the owlbear dying versus children continuing.
yeah,
to
yeah.
die.
It's one on
Correct.
either side. But like, there is a
It's true.
world
If you
though.
just left, children would
No.
just continue to
So-
die.
so
That
like,
is.
yeah.
Here's the thing though. Bringing him, he's almost certainly going to die, and either way, we're gonna have to kill the owlbear. So it's still.
But it removes the moral choice that we have to make if we bring him. The owlbear is going to make the moral choice for us.
I think you
See
should
what I'm
try
saying?
to atone
I
for
don't
his
think that's how
sins.
morality
Look, I just want to know how
It
many
is.
XP we
Yeah,
get
but
if he
it-
dies.
It
near
is
us.
because once the initiative counter is rolled, we're no longer given an option.
But how much
Also,
XP do we
We can
get?
run.
There is a small passage, you remember reading the book, that if an owlbear gets enraged, it will eventually tire itself out. It doesn't say what the conditions are or whether it will kill everyone then tire itself out, but it
I
is
have,
possible.
I could cast sleep on it. We could just keep trying and keep casting sleep on it. But
You would know that enraged creatures would be very resistant to something like sleep.
what does sleep say?
First, you'd have to cast calm emotions. and
Specifically
you'd have to
in
cast-
this, you could combo it potentially, actually.
and both
I
would
rolled a
have to
20.
cast-
We all just knocked out.
Good night.
Everyone's
And there's
asleep.
no mimic.
I don't know how. I have 24 hit points.
Wyndham. No, there's no mimic, but you did bring to light that I forgot to rename him.
But
This is how we're going to find out if they're hidden enemies throughout the rest of the campaign.
how
He is
though?
unconscious though. You got him.
You didn't get
I
through all
got
my
me
hit
too.
points.
It was a pretty high roll to see if we slept.
Yeah, but I had full health, and that's not more
it's
than
not
my
a
health.
health thing. I didn't kill you. I just knocked you out.
No, but like
You know what's
sleep is
funny?
like you have
It
to
didn't
like
work
go over
that
the
way.
amount of
It
hit
just
points.
wait a minute. The spell sends creatures into a The total is how many hit points of creatures creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose in a range are affected in ascending order of their current hit points. Okay.
But like I could have
So it
taken
that
all
shouldn't
of that
be-
and
That
not
should have
gone
only knocked out
unconscious.
one person at most.
And like it
Yeah,
couldn't have
It's
It's
broken,
not even
folks.
enough to knock me out.
been.
Oh, I can make some token disposition secret. Oh.
Ooh, fancy. Back to the problem at hand. Unless we intend to bring him there within the next hour, he's clearly not going to be willing to come with us. And also, he may not be willing to come with us even in
Well,
the next
I asked
hour.
him, did he say that he didn't want to come? He said we could bring him to kill him.
He did offer himself up
He's-
as a tribute.
Yeah, I mean, he
specifically.
seems kind of
Well-
reluctant. You can see that he's scared shitless.
I don't look-
but
Sir, I
at
don't
least
want
in
you
the
to die,
moment,
but
he's-
you should come out. We should come out and try to give an honest apology to see if the owlbear will stop.
he also did. He made a note that he's lived a long life, so like you can see that he's scared shitless. But you know,
We're not
he thinks-
sacrificing you. We're providing
sure,
you.
from his
protection.
disposition, it was the yeah. if it happens, it happens.
Does anybody else have a better idea?
Not really.
I mean,
No.
I don't think him coming along is going to change the outcome, other than he lives if he stays behind. So I'm cool either way, but he'll probably die if we take him with us.
I don't think that's necessarily true.
I think one hit from the owlbear will kill him outright. And I think the owlbear
But
is
look at him.
fast.
Mama
He's eaten well. He was a hunter.
He's
He
old.
looks old.
He looks like an old hunter.
He looks like a commoner.
I look old.
True.
Also,
It's
if
true.
memory serves from a past life, this was the creep that was in that weird cavern of trials when we were level 19.
Yeah.
He he was in a house. I mean, he might have also been used in that too. He was in the house in the ice village when you were like level 7, when you were up in the north. Not the goblin one, but the one that was actually on ice, where you guys
Yep.
fought the like frost giant skeleton.
Yep.
Orcus came up
that
and was
one,
like,
too.
hello, and then
But I was also pretty sure that he was each of the embodiments of the chaos
Might-
demons.
that's definitely possible. There weren't a lot of assets back in the day.
B and the D.
B in the D.
I love B and the D because it sounds terrible.
It does.
But there's no B in the D that I can work around that makes it dirty.
Yeah,
Keegan?
he's thinking. Give him some time.
He's
What am I
cooking.
voting
He's
for?
cooking.
I'm
He's
voting for
dyslexic.
Goldman.
He's dyslexic, so he immediately.
No, okay, you
goes to
didn't
the
pay
people.
attention.
Oh, good point. Okay.
I voted super early on that we bring the old man. Worst case is cannon fodder.
No,
was
we
not
were,
what
trying,
we were
we,
asking.
were, we were trying to get you to come up with something dirty for B and the D.
Oh, bung in the dung, dude. Come on.
Bung in the dung. That's
What?
not.
Yeah,
That's not.
Does it?
yeah. Keep working on it. I believe
But
it.
yeah, what's the plan? And we're gonna call it after that because this would take way too long to execute, and I don't want to do this in the middle of. But like,
Thank
what
you.
are we?
I
what
think
are,
we're gonna
what's
take
everyone
the old
thinking?
man. It
Take him
sounds
with
like.
us.
Okay.
Yeah,
Take him with us.
Yes, to
I
a
think he
tune.
Taking the old man.
Yeah, he.
I
he needs a
presume you
chance
worked
to
on your
attack.
apology speech all this time.
If I'm right twice in a row, though, I might have to like dual class into like divination wizard or something.
That's fair.
Mhm.
But yeah, you're able to take him with you, and next time we will start off with that. Because yeah, that would take way too long to do that.
I
and
would
then
like to
also
throw
do
him
a
into the pit with the
potential combat.
owlbear.
I was gonna say first round of combat, we're just throwing him at the owlbear, right? Like,
Human
that's
shield.
our opener.
We'll cast hold person on him.
Rizor
All set,
lifts
let's
him
go.
up over the edge of the cliff, looks him in the eyes.
Oh god.
Okay. Cool.
And drops him.
Did we level?
No. And on the side note, as long as it doesn't break the campaign, I will gladly keep the different uses for tools because it's a fun thing to have.
No, I would love there to be
Going forward.
actually uses for tools and all the things we could be proficient in.
Find a way to break it. Don't worry.
Well, so I bet you that tools can break the early game economy, but once you get up there in levels, money doesn't tend to matter.
It's
Like,
one of those things where when you're homebrewing, it doesn't factor in because you just won't build the game in a way
There's
that
no-
it matters. Like you know,
Correct, I can choose so many things when I homebrew. If I find something's getting a little bit out of hand, or you making too much money off this, I can make things a little more expensive. Like, I can balance on the
You make
fly in a
everything worse.
homebrew. No, I would never make everything worse. I would just make everything enough of a challenge that it's fun. Because if you can buy everything, you'll be cool in the moment, but then it's like, oh, I can just one-shot everything now because I have the best weapons in the game. It sounds cool, but it also makes things boring. I can balance everything on the fly that I need to, and I'm building this similar to Orcus, where it's modular as well. As things go on, I can build different differently if I need to. I can adapt. So, as opposed to
Find a way to break it.
And sure, you will. You will definitely find a way to break it, and then I will cry myself to no.
Perfect.
No, but it's it is definitely more time consuming, but I enjoy it more than an adventure because an adventure is much more limiting. You can still do some homebrewy stuff, but you still need to follow similar guidelines that the adventure has. And I can do fun things like these depressing stories into something funny and just keep going back and forth.
My goal is always to crack jokes, so that's perfect.
It's great.